Food thing.
Okay, so while we're finishing food, while people are getting themselves ready, we'll do a quick recap. As a reminder for everyone, after the events inside of the Hall of the Damned, Hall of the Damned, right? The Hall of the Dead. The next,
Might be the same thing.
that's right. It might be the same thing. Everyone kind of did their own thing for a while. There were conversations that were had, deeper bonds were being forged between Zerum and Aspen. Teanos had gone out on his own to hunt down, as this is a place of learning, a temple. He hunted down some neophyte alchemists in training and attempted to assist them in creating an oil of slipperiness and made his inside slippery for the rest of the evening. But he does now have innate knowledge on how to create that, should he want to in the future. Basically, the next morning you were talking with the Aviite and the Nodite about the history of this word, this person, Nodisa, and apparently this is a very not well-known name who has some relationship to the church, but there are conflicting stories as to who this person was and what her relationship was. But all the stories do agree she was real, and that is all you were able to get. During this time, Queen Attain decided to call a visit because not only did she want to talk to the Aviite and the Nodite about the events in the Hall of the Dead the night prior, but she also wished to thank the heroes who saved the temple from the undead menace. She also had with her a local lord, Lord Heidmark, a human who was hosting her for breakfast. The queen had the wonderful idea that as a sort of payment for services rendered, you would be guests at Lord Heidmark's new play that would be opening up 2 days from now. When she was away and he was able to talk with you alone, he made his views on beast races quite obvious. He did not like you at all. And yet, to stay in the good graces of the queen, he said that he would host you, but he was not going to enjoy it. So it was 2 days from then, and we performed a montage of sorts. In those 2 days, we each described problems and solutions to problems. We were afraid that our Kenku friend had stolen the mace. Turns out it was not stolen. He was simply having it appraised. There was a bump in the street of a person handing off a mysterious egg to the party, and that we were able to find the menagerie that the egg was going to. And we have a bird screaming in midair. Sorry. The days went on, and you were eventually able to go to the Lord's estate, to his party. At the beginning of the party, you made your own views on Lord Heidmark's racism quite obvious, as played around in his bird bath, well, his pool. You left feathers and fur all over the place. It was basically, the party was just beginning to wind up. You had gotten there about an hour prior. Just as dinner was ready to be served, there was a horrific sight. The body of Lord Heidmark was found by a servant upstairs in his room, with bits of evidence and wounds suggesting that it was all of you that had done this. There was a healer or a cleric that was in the room that assisted in identifying that he was actually dead, and Aspen was in a human form, thanks to a disguise spell. So Aspen and the human cleric were attempting to calm each other down as the guards were trying to round everyone up and accuse them immediately. during this time, Zerum and Ayul were away from the rest of the group. Teanos, we have Teanos, we have Yikstab, and we have Artonis, who are flanked by guards on either side at the top of the stairs, just in front of the bedroom to Lord Hydemark. With these guards is a familiar face, and it is going to be this person right here. This is Ingaret, a city guard whom you remember wanted your assistance the other night in saving her brother, whom you unfortunately could not save. For reasons that you do not know, she seems to be enraptured with rage and anger against you. And instead of waiting for the rest of the city guard to come and arrest you and investigate, she has called upon these other guards, whom you have noticed are all city guards, who are doing a stint with Lord Hydemark. She has told them all that you need to be dispatched now before you can kill again. Initiative was rolled, and I rolled for her just before everyone came in, as you can see, and she got a 6. So, all of my guards will be going last in this. And I believe this is where we were. Does anyone have anything to say before we begin this combat?
Yes.
Area?
Yes. Who was this again? I forgot.
That is the cleric lady. You currently do not know her name. No one has ever asked her name yet.
She was the one who had the potion, right?
No.
No, she is the person who came up and she spoke. She identified that he was dead. She cast Speak with the Dead, and when she asked him to describe his killer, he said red scales.
Okay, so she and the one who told us, who told everyone to attack us, is she?
That is her. That is Ingaret. Yes.
Yes. Okay.
And the others around are just guards. There are other guards downstairs. So further down, there are other guards downstairs. So you are not completely alone. The other guests, the other guards, are basically downstairs. They have given area for you to be arrested in time. But now Ingaret has said, no time for the arrest. You need to be dispatched now. All right. And if there are no further statements or questions,
I am Bird.
I am Bird. That is a good statement. That is a good statement.
Are you just going to say I'm Bird instead of talking like Groot?
I am Bird.
And the Kenku is the only one who can interpret.
What do you mean we want to kill everybody here? That's ridiculous. I am Bird.
Everyone? No. Okay, so we are going to continue. Aspen, you are currently with your glasses on your human face. Your disguise will last a few more minutes. I think it lasts, what, 10 minutes?
It's an hour.
Oh, an hour. There you go. You're good for now then.
Yeah. So all the other guards are intending to take us down, or is it simply Ingaret that's convincing them all to do so?
She seems to be convincing them all, and let's give her actual words. She's the ones. They are the ones who killed our friends. They're the ones who killed my brother. If it weren't for them, none of this would have happened. They need to die now.
I need to check something first, because I have 2 spell slots. One was for Disguise Self. I almost did Charm Person, but didn't. Either that or it failed. I don't remember. But I'm trying to see if I do cast Charm Person, if that takes off the disguise. So, because I know.
Remove your disguise.
Okay. Because sometimes, like, if you choose to attack, I think that's invisibility. I think I'm getting that in.
Specifically invisible.
Okay.
Also, the other thing that you have to remember for spells, you can only have one concentration spell up at a time, but this guy's self is, I don't think, is concentration. Also, yeah,
No,
so
disguise self is just an automatic unless someone casts the spell on it or you intentionally dispel it yourself. It's gonna stay as is.
And charm person's just an enchantment, so it's not a concentration. Because it goes towards their wisdom saving throw.
Someone of the enemies could practically do an perception check on you and may be able to see what you really are, but I don't think it will go.
I think it's through.
But they will.
It's
They will
not gonna
wander.
go if you attack. You're fine.
Right. Crap. Because I'm in the open, so if I do the spell, everyone's gonna kind of see that I'm moving my hands around.
And right now, the guards are not interested in attacking you. They're interested in the three beast creatures that are in front of them, and unless Zerum and Ayul, unless you tell me otherwise, it was my thought that you were heading up the stairs. If you wish to be stealthy, sneaky, or anything,
we had already talked. I was talking to Ingrid when I had arrived. Like we had both spoken, so like the stuff
Yeah.
is
Okay.
completely. Yeah, and like like honestly, the way we ended that session is that Zarm said, "The only one who murdered here is you." Something basically along those lines.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, I remember that. Can I? Would perception would be an action, correct?
If you want to intentionally take the time to look for details, yes. Otherwise, you have passive perception.
Do I notice if there's? I assume she's at the moment like the lieutenant of these guards. Is there somebody that's one underneath her?
I'm sorry. You want to know what?
Is there any other guard that would have authority here aside from her?
No one that you can see. These people are all of equal rank. I gave her a different look just so we can distinguish exactly who Ingrid is, but they are all of quote-unquote rank. However, she seems to have rallied them to a cause. And whatever you wish to infer from, they are the ones who killed our friends, who killed my brother. None of this would have happened if it weren't for them. Infer from that what you wish. But once she says that, they all remember why they're here, and they are making conscious decisions to end your lives.
Okay. So I'm going to move. I'm going to move out to the doorway. So, which will be my movement. So I'll go right here. And then, Aspen, still in disguise. I demand to see your captain right now. We need some authority here that will know exactly what we need to do. If you wish to detain these members, you may do so, but we still need to handle this properly and by the numbers. No need for vengeance to get in the way of this investigation.
So the person is not acting. The person is not acting. As you move forward, this guard is going to block you right here.
Okay.
You stay out of this.
Is that Ingrid?
What's that?
Is that Ingrid?
Sorry.
Ingrid.
Oh, okay.
And he basically points to both of you. You stay out of this. So this is the bed area.
Right, this is the murder scene.
This lady is on this side. You were both talking. You stay out of this, and he's kind of blocking you two from moving forward.
They can still hear me though, because I was talking prior. So
this is none of your business. You just stay out of it.
As one of the esteemed guests of this celebratory God, I can't talk today, guys. I'm tired. As one of the esteemed guests, I demand action be taken. If they are also guests, then maybe the Queen will have answers for your actions. And wait until she hears about this.
In this case, Torch or Aspen is going to hold action while this is happening because while you're making these statements,
Right.
other things are going on, and that may change if you wish to continue with this eloquent status. So if you want to try and persuade or intimidate, that's a different matter. It kind of sounds like you're trying to persuade them.
This would be a persuasion. Like I'm pretty sure that's what they're doing.
Yeah, persuade, because I haven't done the full Queen thing yet. It was mostly just saying, "Hey, we need to talk to someone with authority instead of letting this random."
Sure. Give me a persuasion check.
Let me see here. Please be good.
So this sounds like your action. I'm going to use this as your action. I'm going to try and calm them down. Okay. Your words, you see a flash in this man's eyes as he's considering, and he says, if you knew what these beasts had done, you'd be right here with us. Stay out of it. And he turns to perform, to be ready to attack over there.
Oh boy.
Zara, and you can move if you wish as well. Zara, you're up. And I have not forgotten about her. She'll take her own action.
Alright, oh gosh.
I have a great idea for my turn, but...
Okay, you're almost up.
First. Yeah.
And at any time, you can also say you defend, you hold action. You can always also do that if you want to wait to see what other people do.
Okay.
Save me a chance to handle this peacefully.
There might be a chance to handle it peacefully.
I'm giving it all she's got, Captain.
She's breaking apart.
Tearing me apart.
What's funny is I have like a Star Trek Enterprise schematic hologram thing on my wall over here, so that's pretty funny.
Oh boy.
Let's see how this goes.
Okay, so for what Zome's gonna do, so I'm just gonna stare straight at Ingrid and be like, I am sorry for your brother, but we did what we could, and we were too late. And then he's gonna go into a dodge stance.
Okay, dodge stance. If you hadn't come to Samora with your vile magics, all of our friends, including my brother, would still be alive. This is all your fault.
If it wasn't for the... What was the eye called, damn it?
Eye of Alanatar.
If it wasn't for the flash from the Eye of Alanatar, none of this would be happening. It is not us.
We'll determine that.
I'll try to... Can I do a persuasion check?
So that's going to be either a persuasion check or the dodge stance.
Okay.
Which do you wish?
I'm going to try to do a persuasion check.
Okay, persuasion. Is falling on deaf ears. She apparently has some knowledge that either you don't or something. This woman is steeled in her resolve that you are the cause of whatever happened 3 nights ago, and you are the cause of her brother's death. She is resolved. Yeek.
Yes. I want to make a persuasion check too.
Everyone persuade!
Yeah, but I will go. I will drop my web. So should I do the persuasion check first, or should I tell what I want to do?
You can do your persuasion check first, sure.
Okay.
And who are you persuading? Who are you talking to?
22.
Who are you talking
to? I'm letting my dagger fall, and then I go on, and then Yeech goes on knees and bends down a bit and says, "Very sorry for your brother. We couldn't do, and I'm regretting Bird is regret that we could not be of help. And if you feel better, then yeah, take me into custody. Take Bird into custody.
Ooh.
I like it.
Guilt trip, guilt trip, guilt trip.
No, I'm not
like
guilt tripping.
that.
I'm just saying I'm sorry. He also Yeek is very honest with that because it was giving him, yeah, because he accidentally mocked beforehand.
Wow. Oh wait, that was Tolan. Sorry. I mean, that was someone you don't know.
Okay.
Where are you? I was about to say. Oh, that's more what I thought.
Yeah, and I refuse to fight. That's also what Yeek says.
Everyone is all the guards start to close in, and the human-looking tabaxi and the human dragon. Everyone is basically trying to calm the guards down. No, 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 no. This is not what you want to do. We understand that that you are frustrated, you are angry, things are happening, but there are better ways around this. And the assault of information, the guards around Ingrid just start to waver, and they don't lower their swords, but they're looking extremely nervous. They look to Ingrid and say, maybe we should just arrest them. I mean, clearly they left. Clearly, this is their fault. There's no reason to kill them now. There's no reason for more bloodshed. And she turns to these guards, and she takes a step back down the hallway.
Oh.
She's slowly backing away, just backing, looking at everyone with this fire of anger in her face. She's just slowly backing up. And she's gasping, trying to figure out the appropriate way to do this, until she says, no, there's only one way this can end for them. And she ducks down into another room right next door to this bedroom. She ducks into this room and slams the door shut, leaving the four guards quite bewildered and standing around wondering what the hell just happened. I will stop us. I will pause the initiative for. I'm going to pause initiative. I'm not going to take us out of initiative.
Right.
Just in case. But is there anything special anyone wants to do right now?
Can I persuade one of the gods to go and look after her?
Yeah, same. I would do the same.
So Artonis looks to this guard and says, "What?"
Maybe you would want to check on her. Maybe she's doing something unclever in there.
He looks to you. He points his sword at you and the other guards and says, "Just don't move, anyone. We'll figure this out." And he walks over and opens up the door. He steps in, and you can see his sword hanging out of the door as he's just poking his head in. And then he steps back into the hallway and looks over. I don't see her anywhere. Where did she go?
Surprise!
I mean, that seems like a guilty action to me.
Kenko Bird is very worried now.
I have a question. Aiel's not gonna do anything, but I do have an actual question. Would it be safe to assume that the like laws and stuff, or like rules of this area would mean that like unless it's a court-sanctioned execution, it would be like unlawful for a guard to strike down a surrendering and unarmed
Correct. Laws would be that when she said to attack, it was under the pretense that you were about to attack someone else and it was self-defense.
Alright.
So right now, however, you have coincidentally two quote unquote witnesses because no one knows that this is.
I am a very, very biased witness. So
Yeah, and like Keanu said, you know, clearly this is not what an innocent person does. All right, and the guard is looking bewildered. She's not there.
clearly leaving the scene of the crime, it seems.
With the death of the brother, she had made her vengeance.
Maybe something happened to her. Maybe she in danger or something. Maybe.
Grief does
Did war
strange.
go?
But you don't understand. There's nothing in the room. The windows are closed and this is the only door. It's just another bedroom and she's nowhere to be found.
Dragonborn doing some check of magic in room. Maybe.
That
Check of
would
magic
probably
in
be
the room?
advisable if they let me.
Would you permit us to search the room? To see where she is?
No harm should come to Ingaret.
No
You
harm
still
will-
need to pay for your crimes for Lord Hallmark.
We have done no such crimes, but
That is not for us to decide.
We just want to check. We just want to find out what's happening.
Fine, very well.
You can go with Dragon and stay with other.
They follow, and as they follow, so I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna grab pretty much you guys, and as they follow, this cleric comes over and she grabs you by the wrist, and she says, "Mr. Smith, do you have any idea what's happening?"
This too many episodes are going through my head right now. Anyway, it's
You are going to lose, Mr. Anderson.
Jesus. It seems that the true murderer is getting away. What shall we do? And
I say we should follow. How do we know that that's the true murderer? These beasts are clearly the ones that did it.
You saw what the ingredients were in that potion there, and it was on her. Now she's run. It seems safe that we should be the ones to look for her. I have no doubt that these individuals, these beasts, are innocent. Wrongly accused, I assume. I have to keep up that voice.
Okay. So when you enter the room, so basically you all enter the room with the exception of Aspen and the female cleric. You all enter the room with the 4 guards behind you. So we're just going to assume pretend that there are no stairs here, and it's going to look a little bit like this. So you enter the room and the guards are behind you. And it does look like just a regular bedroom. It is another large, stately room. There does not appear to be anyone inside of here. It's dimly lit. The candles have not been lit yet in this room. It doesn't appear to be in a lot of use. There is a single window on the far side, on the far wall. And there are chairs, a small table, some cabinets, adornments, nothing too untoward.
Medicine cabinet.
I'm gonna look if is there like a rug in the center of the room, like
Oh.
I want to look
There
for
is a
like.
rug.
Can I do an
I
arcana?
want to search the room.
Arcana check
for-
would be nice.
Yes, I want that
Okay.
arcana check.
Arcana check, and if anyone is doing so, for the 5 of you, if you want to either do an Arcana check or a Perception check, then this is going to be beneficial for you.
And
Okay.
and
One or the
just
other. Or investigate would be good as well.
and just a quick reminder: if someone else is describing their action to Eclipse, it's best not to interrupt them until they've finished. So just so that no one's overlapping.
Everyone, I'll try and call on the people. Yeah. All right.
Okay, yeah.
Basically, I'm looking for trapdoors and anything else, but nope.
Okay. So Artonis is doing Arcana, Fleeks is investigating, Zeram is investigating, and that's it. Teanos is in the room, just kind of looking, taking it all in, trying not to get poked in the back by these guards. Ayul, I guess the same thing. Okay. Artonis, this particular area, this whole house kind of thrums with a light bit of magic. It's not anything remarkably powerful. There's just some light protection spells. You can see some magical locks in this particular room. One of those cabinets that I described, 2 of the drawers on it are actually magically locked with 2 runes. There is, however, you feel a presence of some other magic. It's not like a spell that someone's cast, though. Maybe like a magical item. It's you need something more to be able to identify like a location, but you feel like there's some sort of magical item in this room, aside from the 2 magical locks on the dresser. Fleeks, because of your investigation roll, you see just Fleeks, unfortunately. Fleeks, you see there's some bits of the rug that are pushed up. There are a table that looks a little bit out of place. I need you to make a perception roll at a disadvantage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Give me a second. Disadvantage, okay. Disadvantage, and I'm not good in perception.
Oh well. Oh, you're gonna have to. Okay. It appears that this room is empty. You're not getting the sense that anyone is in.
Hello?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I thought I lost you. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, you're not getting a sense that anyone is in this room, and that goes for everyone standing around. Artonis, aside from that general perception of the arcane magic I notified about the house, about the locks, and the fact that there are magic items in the room, no one can see anyone. Sorry.
Do I have to see a person to cast sleep on them?
Yes, you do.
That is not good.
It used to be in D&D. It used to be just a lock
spell.
What's that?
I thought it was an area spell, actually.
I thought so too.
Let me double check. Maybe I was wrong. I thought they changed it in 4th edition.
I was watching the animated Spellbook, and it was an area spell.
Yeah.
You want to send everyone to sleep?
Well, not everyone, just everyone that is in front of me in that room.
See, I remember. Okay, creatures within 20 feet of a point you choose within range are affected. Okay, so this one still is area. So it is 20 feet from a point you choose.
Oh, maybe she's invisible. Oh.
I know that, but I don't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys better get behind me.
So you can make the point somewhere outside of this particular building and all that.
Yeah, but
that's really intriguing.
I mean, can I point?
So
can I
I'll
point
just cast this.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw the
So I'll
rock
just
stuff.
cast a sleep spell down here and then see what happens. I guess.
The guards look extremely nervous and you know, what are you doing? And you explain that you're attempting to cast sleep. You think that Ingaret might be hiding in here. And you end up casting sleep, and I need you to roll 5d8. So I think you can actually just hit the spell sleep, and it should roll
That
that.
should be.
Yeah.
At level 1, go
Yep.
for it.
No.
Yeah. You hear a little thunk. you hear a thud behind a chair, and you can see Ingaret's hand just kind of flop out.
Wow.
That was amazing. That was a great use of. Yeah. So behind the chair in the room, you see Ingaret just flop over onto the ground. Now she's going to be out of it for a while. If she does wake up, she's no longer magically induced. But that was amazing.
woman needs sleep.
That was really cool.
I just turned to the guys. It seems we found your guard. You're missing guard who seems to have gone rogue.
And they two of them stay behind you. Oh damn, Ingaret! And they run into the room. And what did you do to her?
It's all right. All that's happened is she is asleep. She is unharmed.
And when they drag her out, Artonis, you're getting that, you can see that this cloak that she's wearing is very, we'll say, not very, not specific for her status. This is something she should not be having.
Well, I think I should probably point it out to Gertz, but I don't think they would like me taking it, I assume.
Make an Arcana check on the cloak.
Oh, he already knows what it is.
Okay.
Yes, I already know what it is, but
Okay.
Not to mention, and if you wish, if there is anything you can do to talk to convince these guys, because right now they still, the city guard is still going to be coming in a few minutes.
then just let me make an persuasion thing and see if they will let me have the cloak. Why not?
Okay, nice
What
try,
could-
but give it a shot, sure.
Why not? Why not? Why not?
I don't think it's going to happen, but sure.
Nah.
Yeah. No, this belongs to her. We've never seen it before, but this belongs to Ingaret. And she slowly begins to wake up as in the hallway, and that's going to be Baxi and the cleric in the hallway. You can hear clanking of guards down below. Make way! Make way! They're upstairs. All right, everyone, stay down here. No one else come upstairs until we say it's safe. You can start to hear other guards coming in around. And
Oh dear.
Where are the steely creatures in this room when you need them?
The guards reach the top of the stairs, and they see you. They see again the human Aspen as well as the cleric standing in the hallway. They see the guards, and they all say, "In here, in here. We think the perpetrators are in here." And they come up, and as they see Ingaret just kind of coming to her feet, these two guards helping her up. What happened in here? And before Ingaret can speak up, one of the guards actually says, "We need to take these people right now. We need to get them into the dungeon right now before anything else can happen. There was a murder. We know it was them. We need to gather the evidence and get them out right now."
We had nothing to do with it. We were framed.
Maybe this is
That's
a good
what-
point to run away.
That's what they all say.
If you want to,
Is
can you not see the evidence right before your eyes? The potion, the everything that the even. I can't say that. Sorry, I have to out of character. I just realized I can't say that piece because Zarm doesn't know it.
Are these people of a different unit?
They are city guards. Yes.
So
I want
they're
to.
the same. They're the same pseudo army, just a different unit. So they're clearly not connected in the same way as like a single unit.
What is
would
your
be.
passive? What is your passive perception number?
What?
On your character sheet, at the bottom of your stats, it should say passive perception. Can you tell me what
14.
that number is? It's how much?
Yeah, 14.
14. Oh, damn. Okay. You're. Wow. We need you in the front because that's really good.
yeah, usually 12, like 11 to 12 is a good average, but 14 is pretty good.
Your 14 is amazing. Yeah, you notice that whoever these guards are that are with Ingaret are people that you kind of get the feeling she picked them to be with her for this little excursion. If you recall, you tried to point out, you guard 2 days ago, and she said, yeah, we all rotate taking guard posts at the various lords' estates throughout the city.
In that case,
Yeah.
I'm eating the curry.
Okay.
I'm going to march up to the head of the new guard now that just arrived.
Okay.
Hand him the bottle. Like you said, I'd like that way long, but when we're done. Here is the evidence of that woman making herself look like our dragon friend here. She has just been found using an invisibility cloak that you can still see her wearing to hide from us. And we believe she did the murder and attempted to frame us. We are here.
This ooh, wow. So this guard, this particular guard, the one that's leading the charge, looks like moving to arrest. He kind of tentatively takes the potion, the bottle from your hand, and right now the human cleric is watching this along with you, Aspen. So she's kind of taking all of this in. And he looks at this bottle, and suddenly Ingaret screams, "They're lying! They're lying! Can't you see? They're murderers! Don't listen to them!"
Still wearing the cape.
She is still wearing the cape.
Can I
Why
move
was Lonely wearing
over
a stealth cloak?
So, Teanos, you recognize this, and anyone passing knowledge of magic, Artonis recognized this almost as soon as he saw her. This is a cloak of Elvenkind. This is not, this is some good stuff right here. It is definitely not something that a guard normally wears. Not to mention, when you look at her fingers, she has a thick red ring over one of her gloves.
possession?
She has a very thick red ring over one of her gloves. And as soon as you start to move towards her, she steps back towards the window. She's stepping back towards the window. They're lying. Can't you see? It's their fault. It's their fault.
Eclipse?
Yes.
The red ring, I remember somebody else had a red ring before, as far as I remember.
Zerum picked 3 ruby rings from the king, from the dead king. That is not of. There is no connection to these.
Okay.
But good memory. The guards all kind of turn towards her and they say, "Ingaret, maybe we should just take them back to the dungeons and talk."
And Zeke is okay with that. So yeah, if we get, we can prove there. So I won't resist if you think this is right, but Bird won't resist. But don't hurt Ayul.
So you're saying don't hurt Ayul?
Mm-hmm.
So you dropped your dagger in front of her and telling her I'll get arrested, and there is a guard slowly moving around this way. He kind of leaned his ear towards the monk and is slowly walking around this way as Ingrid is backing towards the window. She looks at everyone and she says, you will pay for my brother's death. And she points her hand forward towards, since you just pointed him out, Ayul. And Ayul, let me see here.
I have an out-of-character question again.
Sure.
So where on your character sheet can you see your passive?
It should be underneath the attributes.
Is it the one that says passive wisdom and the perception in the brackets?
Yes.
Oh, mine's 15.
Oh, wow. That's also really good. That's very good. Okay. I need you. There. Beautiful. So range, spell attack.
What? Hello?
Oh yeah, don't worry. I gotcha. Ooh, yummy. I'll take the 14. So does a 14 hit you, Ayul?
What am I rolling?
Your defense. Can I hit your AC with a 14?
My AC is 15, so no.
Ooh, wow. Look at you. Okay. In that case, nice. So a fireball, a little mote of fire springs forth from that red ring on her gloved finger and jumps right out at you. You duck out of the way just in time for this little ball of fire to land right at Teanos' feet. I was thinking about having it hit him instead, but you dodge. You dodge right out of.
Oh, sorry.
That would have been good. And she turns to try and jump out the window.
We're on the second story.
I'm the closest to her. Can I run after her?
You can try and grapple her. You can try and grapple her.
I will
The two
try
guards
grapple her.
seem very surprised by what just happened. Hey, are you going to grapple her?
If she dives, I'm diving after her.
Oh, there you go.
So what do I have to roll to grapple her from that distance?
Okay, so you can move. Moving. Be a part. Moving that fast isn't going to be a particular problem, but to grapple itself, let me see. What was the grapple again?
It's strength. Yep.
Yeah, strength or strength.
Okay, strength. My strength is so bad.
Ooh.
Okay. I rolled a 17.
You did?
Yes.
I roll a 5. So she's trying to open up this window and to jump out. Little Kenku jumps right on her leg, and the Aarakocra is fast as well, coming over, grabbing at her and holding her down. The guards, she is screaming, "No, let me go, let me go!" She's practically crying right now. The
Snap
two
out
guards,
of it!
What's that? Snap out of it. Slap! Slap! The two guards come over and they wrestle her away from both of you and they hold her down. Ingrid, get a hold of yourself. They turn towards the other guards and say, listen, just take these people out of here. Get everyone out of here right now. We'll deal with this later. Everyone, out to the dungeon. Just make it quiet, please.
Okay, get some replacement feathers for the one she singed.
Just look, I think I saw a lot laying around on the first floor. Pick some of those up.
I'm imagining this entire time Aiel's still kind of tipsy and it's just like, what the fuck are you doing?
Why?
Being told to leave, I just want to stand here with my arms crossed. Just wait, see what happens.
Standing with your arms crossed, see what happens.
Stabbiness will happen.
Right, stabbiness.
I would like to walk into the room as as John Smith. I'd like to walk into the room.
Okay. The human, the cleric, she actually seems to want to stay close to you. She could have gone off on her own at any time, but she seems almost involved with this situation. She saw a lot of what happened. She saw the guards. She tried to help the Lord with you. She is staying relatively by your side as you're moving around.
I have a companion.
I wasn't going to use them.
It's so clear now. It's so freaking clear now. Everybody should see she has a fire ring, she has an invisible cloak, and she has a freaking potion thing.
No, you, what do you think they should see? Right now, you don't see anything. You see those, but if you know what they mean right now, I'm very proud of you. The two guards and there are other guards. There are other guards down the stairwell and in the passageway. Can you all? And they gesture towards everyone, but the human combatant. Can you all just quietly come with us, please? I promise no harm will come to you, but we have to clear this area.
Yes, but only if we can talk to Queen, friend.
We will make sure. We understand that you were here under the Queen's graces. We have already sent word of what happened here. Unfortunately, we sent word that you were the perpetrators. I'm sure she will come to the dungeons to try and clear everything out, but to avoid making any further scene, especially with Ingrid here, I highly suggest you come with us quietly.
Okay.
I will make no resistance. He may come.
And he looks very confused when you say that, Zerum, as you recognize you're still in human form, and he's not sure who he's talking to, but he nods and steps out of the way and allows you all to move. If you are willing to leave, Tay.
I'm not. I'm not willing. Well, I'm willing to leave, but I'm not going to a dungeon. That just makes us seem guilty. I'm going to wait in a waiting area.
I have. Kenku has suggestion. Kenku has a suggestion. Leave one of us outside, and they will. So they can investigate.
Okay, you want to do what?
I want to. The Kenku wants suggest that one of us stays outside and does the investigation with them, so they can control that nothing gets no evidence gets forged or something.
Not with Ingrid here, and it seems like she's already handpicked some of these individuals to be her guards with her on this particular rotation at the Lord's Castle. I do not know what is going on, and I would rather have all of you together instead of splitting you up until we can figure all of this out and find out what she's doing, if anything. Who killed Lord Hydemark if it wasn't indeed you?
Okay. Then put Ingrid in dungeon 2. Then we come.
She will be coming.
If she not guilty,
She
not
will
guilty,
be coming
she will.
after you. I promise.
I don't.
The
The show's still on because I'll go wait in the theater.
First.
I do believe. What?
the
She first.
the Gilderoy Lockhart looking man goes up to the Kinku, kind of in a funny way, like bending down like he's talking to a small child, and he's just like, I wouldn't worry. I'll make sure that justice is had, and I'll make sure that nothing bad becomes of you and your friends. And even though I know he doesn't get it, I wink at him anyway, even though I'm pretty sure I know he's not going to understand anything.
Right.
Why is Doctor talking to me?
Why is the doctor talking? Oh my gosh, I love it. All right, so let's do this then. Okay, if we want, we can start the next scene in the area of the dungeon itself without having you locked up, since it seems like you do not. You would.
I refuse to be treated like a criminal and held in a place of squalor when it's been proven that we are not.
And held in a place of squalor? What makes you think this is going to be squalid?
It's a dungeon.
So?
Put us in good cell with food, and I'm okay.
Cat dungeon.
What did you just say?
It's a dungeon devised by a cat.
Oh, okay. Now you're definitely in for it. All right, I see what you want to do. I see how you want to play this.
I vote you punish Tay and not the rest of us.
No. I'm going to punish Tay, Artie, all of you.
Except, of course, the doctor.
Of course.
His arm's making no resistance.
No, so we have no resistance.
Artie
So
just wants to go to bed. It doesn't care if it's a dungeon or
I was supposed
or
to.
mentioned.
You guys didn't even have any food. All right, so let me bring
Did I
you
get that
over.
bottle back? Oh, my
No.
flask back.
Oh, yeah.
I'll
Pers-
leave. I will go if I get
That's
this
part
flask
of your
back.
punishment.
Whatever's left.
Persuasion in this. Persuasion in this. I'm curious.
Aww. -1? Do you have -1 on persuasion? Oh,
God.
Very charismatic.
He looks at you and says, "Was this your potion?
Yes.
This
No.
came from you."
no! Don't say
No.
yes!
Oh.
No! Don't
I
say
think you'd had to clarify, Eclipse, on which container you were talking about.
This is evidence. This is evidence. Give him. So it can disappear. We don't trust too much.
Very well. If you will maintain your silence on the way to the holding cells, you may keep this. But we will retrieve it back once Ingrid arrives as well, and we sort this whole thing out.
That'll do.
All right, so Tay, mark that down. So what you have, you notice that it did have transformative properties on that little drop that you licked. But if you want to know anything further about it, actual matter of fact, Fleet. As the potion is being handed back to make a wisdom check, and this is related to thieving and thieves' cant.
Wisdom. Okay. Wisdom or
Just click on your thieves.
perception.
This is related to the thieves' cant.
Oh, okay. Thieves can. What do I need to roll for thieves?
It'll be
cant?
perception. Perception.
Okay. Yes.
Ooh.
20.
Fine. Yeek. Etched
Yes.
in the glass on base of this small potion, etched in the glass, you notice a little etching of a rose.
Oh.
A rose with 2 thorns.
Oh.
You seem to remember that this is something very special. There is an organization inside of Samora and in many of the larger cities of the world called the Order of the Black Rose.
Hmm?
They are basically assassins for hire.
The Kenku shouts out, "Order of the Rose!" and points on the thing
The guards look around. Order of the what? And Ingaret, she gasps and says, "How dare you! Give that back! Give that back!"
They make stab a lot. They stab people. And I ask her, where did you get? Where did you get? It's hard to get.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You need contact with those people, those bad people. And I point at her.
She keeps her mouth shut, and they take her over. And the 2 guards say, "Get them out of here! Get them out of here now!"
You assassin! You assassin! Okay.
And they do take you out of there now.
Okay.
All right. However, it is just the 5 of you that they take. For you up here, and we'll do this relatively to the dungeons. The lady, the human cleric turns to you and says, "Well,
You're cutting in and out.
oh, sorry. How do I sound now?"
Perfect.
Okay. The human lady turns to you and says, "Wow, Mr. Smith, that certainly was an exciting, anything more exciting than we could have seen over at the play tonight. Although, I can't believe what happened. I don't know who did this vile thing. The beasts that guard, or whom?" And walking with you, she's walking with you out of the room as or everyone else out.
Oh, are they staying? Are those 3 staying in there, or are they going to be coming out with us?
They are staying in there as the guards are escorting us out. So these your 5 companions are basically being escorted down the stairs, leaving you 2 to kind of fend for yourselves.
Can I have a line of sight into that room, at least to where they're at from the hallway, so we're not looking too suspicious? But I look over. I doubt it's the beasts. I do believe that we've already found our culprit, and she's quite frantic and desperate to get out of here.
What could she possibly mean by they're responsible? That thing that happened, the light of Alana talking about, and that was just some odd magic, or the moon's moving in a way that hasn't been moved together in thousands of years. You know how these things go. They couldn't have had anything to do with that.
I know way more information than she realizes, so this is just hilarious. But well, with it being magic, there's clearly a lot more at play than we think. But it seems that this culprit here is driven by vengeance, by a previous action, perhaps a deceased relative that our beastly friends were perhaps supposed to save, but were out of time. That is
specific information, you know, Mr. Smith.
I'm pretty insightful, my dear. I have to keep this complete alter ego going as long as I can. Real quick, how long do I have left? Would this have been about 15 minutes or so? Or?
Yeah, this isn't so long. Well, I can't believe that all of this is going on. The whole party is in disarray. This is, well, I need to be returning back to my home now, Mr. Smith. I don't believe that we ever made our actual acquaintance, and I'm sorry for yelling at you. My name is Lady Tulane.
It was a pleasure meeting you, Mrs. Tulane. And he like grabs her hand and like kisses, like because he is acting like a noble person, so he still has to make some mannerisms, but he does the the greeting and all that. And perhaps we will see each other again.
Hopefully under more fortuitous circumstances.
Indeed. And if not, perhaps you might meet one of my great friends. He is a grand entertainer from the north. His name is Aspen Buckeye. He is somewhere around here, I'm not entirely sure, but I've met him a long time ago. I'd love to see him again, but
Oh, your friend, you have an elf for a friend. Oh, elves for friends are in such a good season this year. Last year it was the gnomes.
God damn
I
it.
definitely agree, Mr. Smith. Having an elf for a friend is so great for you here in Samora. You'll be the talk of the town.
Well, he's more of a cat, but you'll know when you hear the name. But I do believe that we must part ways, my dear.
Very well. Farewell then, Lord Smith.
Lord Smith. This is the best disguised self I've ever casted Eclipse. I hope you know that.
I know.
And he he waves goodbye. This is too.
All right. I can't believe that.
I got through this entire thing like scot-free. Like nobody knows anything. My own party mates know nothing about this guy except like the only hint was to Fleeks, and he doesn't know anything about that. So
Yeah.
So is nobody in the dungeon just gonna be like, hey, where's our tabaxi?
yeah, no one asked that question.
Where the hell did he go?
Where's singing cat?
Maybe he killed him.
Yeah.
Our tabaxi. I like that. It was like, I got a tabaxi. I got all the tabaxi you need.
So what happens after? And do I see anything happening? Any development in that room?
Inside of the room itself, you just see the guards. They seem to be talking in hushed tones to each other and to Ingrid. Ingrid is just sitting there soothing, clutching her cloak, pulling it around her while they seem to be gesticulating a lot, like, what are we gonna do with her? What did she do? What did she mean by all this?
So I can kind of hear what they're talking about at the moment.
Kinda, yeah.
Okay.
More than anything, they're just very.
You cut out there. What?
More than anything, they're just very confused as to what.
Okay. I'll remain in the hallway, not kind of looking like I'm minding my own business until I confirm they either lead heading to the dungeon or if something nefarious happens, because I still have quite a bit of time left in that form, and I want to make sure that they're not in on, breaking her out or anything like that. So.
No, as you stick around, you do hear utterings of, "Come on, Ingrid! I thought you were smarter than this. We agreed that those beasts are the ones that caused. We agreed that those beasts are the ones that caused the light, that caused our friends to die. But we didn't agree on murdering them just like this. We didn't agree on you losing sight. And what's with all this magic? This potion? Are you talking to the Order of the Black Rose? What the hell is wrong with you?" And she's just silent in all of this.
I have an out of character question.
Sure.
How far can Aspen send the mind message?
It's 120 feet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the short message.
Yeah, and I was actually thinking about that, Fleeks, with... Because it's, I have to point my finger at someone in range, but
okay.
I was remembering what the spells...
Yep.
So you can plant messages in other hats.
Actually, it's
Or he did-
I can, if I know the direction that they're going, I can still do it. But it has if you cast a spell through solid objects or familiar with the target. So I know you guys, so I can send it to you. If I don't know someone, I have to aim. But it's through Matt. 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wooden blocks. Those will block the spell. So I assume if you guys are already on your way down the stairs, it's probably going to be, there's too much material in the way. So.
Okay. I just was curious about this certain ability. Just because I love it.
It is really useful.
Sorry for the interruption.
It is a good one.
With that being said,
Yes.
Actually no, I'm gonna just chill there until something happens, but definitely keeping my eye out.
And
So
that is essentially all that's going to happen with those two, with the guards. Eventually, in time, some other guards appear. Some other city guards appear, and they quietly, they try to get her to talk, but she refuses to talk. They quietly take her out of the house. You notice that there are multiple guards over by the stairs and by the bedroom, and the guards are essentially shuffling all of the civilians out of the house and off of the estate premises, just because it's now the scene of a murder. And possibly 2 different, various suspects are in custody. So right now, everyone is being shuffled off the premises.
okay. And how much time does that take up? Just out of curiosity.
For them to come would be like another 30 minutes or so.
Okay, because
and to shuffle everything off.
I'd like to give myself enough time to sneak into the bed area that we were given, and when no one knows I'm there, make it dispel the spell and make it look like that I was passed out in a bed sleeping the whole time.
Okay, I like it.
Okay, so I have an alibi. I was just passed out the entire time.
I have an alibi. I was passed out drunk the whole time.
And I'll remain there. I'll remain there for reasons of my own doing. But all right.
Okay. So you do know that your friends are being taken off to the dungeon.
Yes, I do. I have a plan. I have another ludicrous plan that hopefully works out.
Another ludicrous plan. All right. So with that said, everyone else is escorted. We'll use escorted. That's worse. That's better than did or anything. You are escorted over to the castles, and as you arrive into the dungeon, you hear whisperings as you pass by, and dungeon. They say, you can hear them say, "These are special. They were the ones suspected of killing the. Oh no, we've already received word about all of that. Don't worry, we have it all under control." And you are brought into this waiting area here. There are 5 guards in this area surrounding all of the doors. These are double-doored cells, and there are 5 guards, all one main warden in between these tables right here, and he gestures towards the table. He does not even appear armed now, but he is in full armor, but he is not armed. There are weapons and shields and weapon lining the wall, and the guards, however, do have weapons. He gestures towards this table, says, "By order of the Queen, you may all please take a seat. We'll try to get to the bottom of this." And the king jumps on the table.
Yeah, I can't.
Eclipse, can you reconnect to the call again?
Yeah, I will reconnect. It wasn't mine. Sorry.
Wow, Tay, I didn't know you had such feelings towards Eclipse. That's really deep. Wow.
What?
Because
He wishes.
I had no idea.
It's always when I'm not around. All right. So he gestures for everyone to come take a seat at this table, and he, there you. He is seated at this area right here. So he'll go over here. Everyone, please, including you, Lord Dragon. And for you, I also know who you are. And he gestures towards Zero. If you could also please take a seat at our table. I will take the dragons. There we go.
Dragons are lazy by default.
And now imagine they're being carried by the guards.
It was a long day. I did a lot of stuff.
It was an extremely long day.
Oh, was so looking forward to musical.
You may call me Sir Nikosin. And you, I believe, are in big trouble.
Really?
That's what I was told, and it's only by the grace of the Queen that you're not in one of these cells right now.
We didn't do anything. We just were. They just did this to us. I don't know why women hate us.
That woman is Ingrid, one of our better guards.
but she was not herself. First time meet her, she was nice, and then second time she was very mad.
that's the guard. Threw a fireball at my face.
Yes, try to hurt Ayul, and that is very sad.
All right, this god, this one of the better gods, has magical items not even we own. Try to hide from her own gods.
So I have heard, I'm still getting the reports in, but I also heard you saying something about the Order of the Black Rose. What is that about?
I can explain. They are very bad people and
I
nice
know,
woman.
I know, Lord Kenku. I know who they are, but what purpose do they have involved in all of this?
Can you, monk, Headbird? Can you show the flask to man?
Do I get it back?
I think you have it.
Will I get it back?
He's talking to you, Flakes.
No, I'm talking to the guard.
Will you get it? It depends on what I find. What does this flask have to do with the Order of the Black Rose?
It's got some insignia on it. So
yeah, it's a thief language on it. It's a black rose. And it was possessed by nice woman who was not nice anymore.
And you say you're going to examine the material inside?
Are you examining it right now?
I demand to be there when the people examine it, or let me do it now.
He looks at the flask, and he looks at where you're pointing, Fleeks, and he says, "Oh no, Ingrid, what have you done?" That explains her behavior the last few days. I thought it was odd. She requested that she stay on with that she stay on with us, and after her brother's death, she requested more shifts at work, and that's why she let him go.
Poor woman, very sad.
Oh, we had a little half-elf boy in here. Went by the name of Duran.
Duran?
That
Um,
name sounds familiar to me.
It should sound familiar to Zerum, as that was the young man who bumped into him earlier on your way to the over to the estate.
Oh.
Oh.
I thought nothing of it. She said that she needed him for something. I thought that she was going to use him to investigate some problems, just like all these street rats have. Just kind of hit her stick in a nest and bring out some other street rats, but she never brought him back. She said he escaped. I didn't think anything of it.
So what do you think she did with them?
If she had something like this, and he gestures towards the flask as he hands it back to Teanos. And if she's using magical items like you described, she must have used Duran as a contact to try and get in touch with the Black Rose somehow. She must have... Oh no!
Kenku worried too. Kenku very scared of Black Rose.
If she talked to the Black Rose, then there's only one reason to do so, and that's to kill someone. That's to make an enemy, or a friend, an ex-lover, a king, dead. That is the only reason. And if she talked to the Black Rose, then clearly she wanted you out of the picture.
Her lost brother, and so she won. It's very clear she wishes us dead. This Duran, I believe, they're a young half-elf, yes? I believe they might have purposely ran into us as we were approaching the concert, the performance, the play.
Oh, Kenku very, very sad about. She's so sad that she got bad, and I'm very sorry. Bird is very sorry for what she feels.
Maybe some way we'll be able to get to her, but we need to find out if she's working with them, or we still don't know exactly what she's doing, and she's coming down to the dungeons right now. She should be here any moment now.
Please.
As I was saying before I was interrupted, or she had something against the Lord and we were conveniently there.
Had something against Lord Hydemark? He was certainly a man of his beliefs, but as a human, I don't think that he would have had anything against her.
Can you protect woman, because I know the Rose, and she probably in danger now because we figured out.
This is what I suspect. She grieves. It's very clear that she grieves for her brother's death. She must have my suspicions are she made a deal with this owner of the Rose, and with it, she had a target to kill. She took out a task, maybe to kill this proprietor of the play. And then, as a way, and then use it also to frame us and to get us killed, make us pay for the brother we could not save.
Ingrid working for the Black Rose. That makes no sense.
I think Black Rose is working for Ingrid. Because she not looking
That
like assassin.
also makes no sense. Listen. Why don't we wait until she comes in and we can hear her side of the story?
I'm not so sure I'm comfortable being around.
She won't say truth because assassins will kill you if you tell the details.
And with that, I'm going to grab Aspen real quick. But can everyone give me just 1 minute? I will be right back.
I need a minute to.
Everyone take a few minutes. Quick, up to 5 minute break. We'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
Be right back.
Okay.
Beep, beep, beep.
This is when an advertisement pops up. Have you ever needed something to move smoothly on the floor? Get Tay Swift's Flex Seal.
Check D&D Beyond for all your gaming needs.
Oh yeah, we get. If only we got sponsored for this, that'd be great. How is everybody?
Oh, I'm good. As if I'm feeling so. Like some of the stuff is a little bit on the nose.
Sorry, guys, I got disconnected.
Oh.
There's like a 5 minute break of being taken care of.
How are you, Tay? Tay, how are you? Maybe he's off getting a sandwich.
Some of this is on the nose. It's like it makes no sense. This is part. It's like, excuse me. Why wouldn't that be a possibility?
I don't know, but we'll find out. It's also possible we found out the mystery thing a little too quickly, and so to keep consistency with conflict, it makes sense from a DM. Like I would probably be going through a similar situation of, oh shit, how do we? Because we avoided a big fight entirely, which is kind of cool. So we'll just have to see.
Extend this a little bit. How do we maintain interest, keep the mystery going? And
yeah, in my in the session that I'm running, we have 3 people, 2 of which kept going through the sewers, and are on the beach now, and the other, the bard, is left in the clutches of the actual villain that just got revealed. And he's gonna get screwed up, so. Flakes, what do you mean?
You made me laugh so much. You're a perfect bard. That's what I mean.
I have to fit the role. Also, did you guys see the, oh no, not Tay. Tay, no. Did you guys see the tweets, Aul pic I sent in the Discord?
I probably haven't checked that out yet.
It's not completely done. There's still some stuff me and Tweets are working out, so.
I hear giggling. What do I hear giggling?
Yeah, because Aris is hosting at AC. She's hosting that avian thing, and people retweet it that like it that aren't even at Anthrocon. It's funny.
Da-da-da.
Welcome back.
Welcome.
Okay. So while everyone else is still coming back or either here, let's go over with Aspen right now, real quick.
Tay popped off the chat. I'm not sure where he's at.
Okay. He may just not be feeling so hot right now. I think a little bit earlier he said he was having a little bit of anxiety.
Okay.
And he may just be taking a step back. That's okay. So if it is okay with everyone, I'd like to continue with that.
Okay. And you know that I work tonight, right?
I do, and
Okay.
we're gonna be done. And so it was my plan to be done around between 5 and 5:30, or do you need to be earlier?
That would be like
Oh, my apologies. An hour from now, or do you need earlier than that?
an hour from now is fine. You said 5:30, and I was like, hold on there, like 5 p.m. or something like that. I was like, wait a minute, it's 1:30 p.m. here. There's no way in
We're going for 4 more hours, bitches.
What time is it where you're at? Where it's like, it's 4.
It's Eastern. It's EDT. It's
Yeah.
Eastern, and so
it's
it's
3:40 for me right now.
Yep, it's 3:40 here too as well.
Okay.
So we'd normally be going for an hour and 50 minutes more.
Just tell
Yeah.
us about 15 minutes before you have to go, so we can roll.
Yeah,
it
so I'll
up
make sure to
tomorrow.
wrap it up.
Yeah, I mean, if we're here for an hour, that's more than fine. I was just confused at like how I didn't realize the time jump just for being in the Eastern. So
Nope, I hear
I
you.
mean, 3.5 hours is the time we agreed on. I mean, if it's better for you, we could also start an hour earlier. I think.
well, it's usually Wednesday I have off, but this week, the last few weeks have been screwed up. I had Wednesday off, but then I had another day that screwed me over. So this week they're just, I don't know, the guy in charge of scheduling is drunk or something. So
Okay.
Okay. Well, sorry about that.
that's fine. But
So
what were
we
you saying?
So we have Artonis, we have Fleeks, we have Tweets, we have Torch, and we have Zero. Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. So Torch, or Aspen, I should say. So Aspen, you definitely were able to get to your room, and no one gave you a second thought. There were, like, a little kobold would have come by here or there, and, you know, oh, I thought that you were off. Shouldn't you be with the Lord, with Lord Hydemark and all that? But you were able to talk your way out, and nope, I'm doing my thing. I got drunk, or whatever you wish to say. You are safely able to find your way over to the actual castle, and the castle is in the left side, the Queen's Palace. So I'm going to make sure everyone knows exactly where you are right now. And wow, I forgot about all that.
Wait, so I thought we were in the dungeon of the mansion, and I was
Not the
just
mansion. No,
okay.
this is not the mansion. This
So-
is the Queen's Castle, and that is why. So you are actually marched, and I remember all this stuff from Fleece.
Oh god.
Most of it's mine.
Yeah. So you were right here.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys were right here, and and they took you over to the Queen's Palace.
Okay, someone did find me. That part I didn't hear.
Yep. So you were taken over there. So basically, in that time, you went over to the Terminus Temple, doffed your disguise, made up an excuse, and made your way over to the Queen's Palace. And clearly, you know that you are expected because as you go by, people, you know, I need to go to the dungeons. Yes, your friends, your treacherous friends are right down there. Some people are still calling them traitors. Some people know what's going on.
Wait, so not only did I get out of there under some alter ego, even in bestial form, no one even gives a damn that I wasn't. I'm even more scot-free than I was before. Wow.
You weren't one of the murderers.
Wow. Goodbye, guys. Just walk away.
Your fur was found at the place, so it's entirely possible they'll get you there. But
I mean, I was going to go bestial at the mansion and make it seem like I was passed out, but this is fine. Because I was there, so
Yeah.
alibi.
So, if you were looking to get to the dungeon, you would easily be able to do so.
Yay.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm getting escorted by some folks nicely. Hey, I wasn't in the crime scene at all! Haha.
Well, some people know that you were there. Aha! Mr. Tabaxi, if you could please join us at the table, please.
Sure. And now I have to do a different voice. I have to do a completely different voice now.
I'm Warden Nikosan.
Hey, evening.
I suppose that you've heard of what your friends have been accused of here?
A little bit, if you could give me the rundown again, even though I know everything that happened. I kind of want to see if he F's up a detail or anything, just out of curiosity. So I ask him, maybe you should tell me again, just for clarification.
So he gives the details of your friends were at the Lord's estate, and evidence of their fur and feathers and magic were found having killed Lord Hydemark at the estate where you were supposed to be, and yet was conspicuously absent during the time of the murders. And also one of the castle guard named Ingaret, who tragically lost her brother 3 nights ago in the attack of the Hall of the Dead, seems to also have had some hand in the murders. He doesn't know whom to believe. The Queen has said that the beast folk are to not be harmed or interred at all, but he also needs to get Ingaret here so he can hear her side of the story as well.
I see.
And it also turned out that the Aarakocra, who I will say does have his little potion bag, has a potion bottle with a symbol of the symbol of a rose with 2 thorns on either side, which is a symbol of an assassin's guild in Samora and the world at large.
Since I do know this stuff, you can say that you just told the Tabaxi the story again. Is there any details he doesn't reveal that I might know?
Nothing he doesn't reveal, no.
Okay, so he's being pretty honest then. Alright.
Being very honest, yes.
So, are you guys alright? And I look around to the party, and you guys heard it all, or?
Janos is being silent and broody right now.
No food here, but it's good.
I'm having the time of my life.
I'm incredibly bored.
Well, if,
This is
what were you gonna say, Serum?
unfortunate.
I wish we were on other table where food is.
What was the guard captain? What was the guard's name again?
Nikasan.
Well, Captain Nikosan, with everything you've told me, it sounds an awful lot like this case is closed. I mean, that's quite suspicious with all the evidence stacked up. I understand you're gonna have a chat with her, but seems a bit overwhelming, don't you think?
As he is about to speak to you in response, you hear steps from the hallway you just entered, and a guard bursts through the room. Sir Nikasan, Ingaret's just been murdered. Quick, come outside. Outside the castle gates.
Well, that couldn't.
Well, shit.
And he quickly runs out. He looks to you, and he looks to the guards, and he nods his head towards the guards, and they stay where they are, and he runs out.
Aiel's just gonna casually start preening himself.
Oh, so what is going on again?
So we surrounded by the guards still, or
The guards don't seem to make any movement as if you move, they don't seem to be ordered to hold you here.
Let's follow them then, I guess.
Oh, well, I'm not sure what to do. It seems like maybe that Assassin's Guild might have just paid her a visit, it seems.
leave no loose ends.
Yeah. I can say we probably in danger because if they have an order, they will do it. That's their honor, you know, their honor, shadow honor thing.
Well, it could be.
For us to be at the scene of a second crime, especially of another like suspect.
Yeah, we might be best to stay here, but it seems. Well, I could agree with you, Birdie, but it's possible that maybe we weren't the intended targets of Black Rose, but just the targets of what was her name? Ingrid. Perhaps her mission was to kill. I had terrible with names. What was the name of the guy at the mansion?
Lord Hallmark.
It's possible Lord Hallmark was the one they wanted murdered, and for her to get her vengeance on us, it was perfect timing.
Kenku has bad
suspected, yes.
position. Kenku has they probably escorting Ingrid here, and Ingrid is in very danger if this is the case. Because if you make a
Ingrid is
deal with
dead.
them, so we maybe. I'm very worried. I will see. I will run. I will go.
Zarn will jog after in the direction of where the person they were talking to went off.
Okay.
So since
I run
I was
after.
sitting literally right next to the Keku, could I just not like grab him and be like, no, you don't?
I go.
Yeah.
No. Ingrid in danger, maybe. Not
Ingrid
sure.
is dead.
And we in danger too. So
Ingrid
better.
is dead.
He did say she was murdered, so there's not much we can help.
This is. Okay, Kenku brought brain
Does the Kinku know what death actually is? Just out of does he know what death means?
Kenku was right. He was in danger now. Now come follow me, or we will be danger.
Artonis,
Yeah.
Investigate.
you receive a mental message inside of your head. It is
Oh,
the voice.
goody.
It is the voice of Queen Etain. She says a single sentence. Get to Ingaret. The deed is not yet done. And that is it.
I'm sending back understood. And to everyone else, I'm saying, I'm just getting up suddenly and say, we should go now to Ingrid. And I'm having this really, really obvious winky face going on.
Stole my move.
What's wrong with your eye?
No,
Does I hurt, dragon?
I'm just walking to the exit and keep winking.
Winky, winky, winky.
I think we should go now.
Yeah. Maybe Ayul stay here for safety, but I need to protect Ayul.
So is everyone going to depart?
Yeah, but I sneak there.
You sneak there?
Yes. I will not run there. I will actually do a stealth. I will go there in stealth.
So you're going to you're going outside in stealth?
Yeah, I will not run directly to the corpse because traps and stuff. You know, this
Right.
could be bad if the whoever killed her sees me out there. I think, and I'm a rook, so that's my style.
Right. Okay.
where
Oh no! Amaru, come on.
Everyone's just looking at you and asking you, what the hell are you doing?
since the rogue failed the stealth check and
Oh!
Guard.
I was on disadvantage, I think? I'm not sure.
Yeah, if you roll a disadvantage, take it off. Make sure you take it off of disadvantage.
Okay, again. I do another roll. Sorry. Sorry, yeah, that's better.
Is that better? Is it really?
I'm
All
not
right.
sure.
You more. I mean, you dip your way, zipping in and out of the shadows, and
But everyone is just walking out.
everyone else is just kind of walking out. You're zipping in and out. You follow the way down, and at the bottom of the stairs, you hear footsteps. A guard has come up and says, "Quickly! Sir Nico has called for you." And he, "Follow me." And he zips down the stairs. There we go.
Lots of zipping and zooping.
There's a lot of zipping and zooping.
Zippity-dee-dee.
So you follow him out the stairs, and again, remember, you follow him outside of the Queen's palace. So here we are right here. You may need to zoom into the entrance to the palace on the left there. So if you're over in the Queen's palace, you get to, yep, just right. Ah, dear God, that Kenku's big. There we go. You are taken to just outside the Terminus Temple, right over here. Do you see where I'm flashing? You are taken to this area, and in this area, you come upon a large crowd backed away by guards. Standing next to a deceased body of Ingaret is Sir Nikos-san. You quickly! You little rogue! He holds up an arrow with a black tip on it. The tip is clearly covered in blood and gore. What do you know of this?
I know nothing about, but let me see this arrow.
Okay. He doesn't let go. He thrusts the arrow into your face.
Trust it? Oh, okay. I thought he stabs me right now.
He moves it forward in front of your face.
What do you make of this? Stab!
Stop! What do you make of this? No, he says, "What do you make of this?" And he moves the arrow towards you. It is immediately obvious that aside from this being a very special looking arrow with a black tip, the sheaths are of Kenku feathers.
Oh no, this is a Kenku. This is a Kenku arrow, and this is not good news. Freaking
What do you know of this bird? Tell me.
This looks like an arrow of Kenku assassin, and I hate Kenku.
Say you hate Kenkus?
Yes, Kenku are the worst. Assassin Kenku even worse. I hate them. So this is bad news because they are sneaky and probably still here. I know Kenkus. So you better should go in hide.
Artonis steps beside the captain and says he's special.
He's special, he says. He steps to the guard.
Yeah, I
Okay.
recommend everyone to hide behind something. By the way, if that's not.
We've been here for 10 minutes. If there was an assassin, he or she would have fled the scene by now.
No,
Why?
they hide. They hide. I know them.
Okay, then whoever wishes to, this is going to be an investigation check. whoever wishes to, you are going to be assisting in the investigation of this scene. And depending on how well you get, will determine the information you receive. Wow, yeek.
My bonus on investigation is totally worth it.
All right. Aspen's not so hot.
Oh,
Oh,
boy.
sweets.
Ooh.
I
Okay.
have no idea what's going on. There's nothing
I don't
here.
know.
This is
She
a normal
really
day.
said eat my corn.
We
Just
collected-
on her chest. It's only raspberry jam. Okay. Tweets, you know how this all works. There is not any poison on this. And just because it is fletched with kenku feathers does not mean it was a kenku that shot it. However, the arrow itself is relatively small. That is to say, it would be an arrow that would be more commonly used by a shorter individual like a halfling, a dwarf, or, yes, a kenku.
Who's getting this information?
Basically, Yeek is the one getting this information.
Okay. You said
From
tweets
what-
originally, and I was very confused.
Oh, sorry. From what you can tell, the arrow impacted her chest from somewhere up, possibly on this building, possibly somewhere on top of this building.
From which building can you mark it again?
To the left. So she was being, so she was being walked down this area. She was being walked. There are splatters of blood here as she stumbles over and fell right down there.
Yeek is good detective.
Apparently.
Crime solving Kenku.
Oh God.
So I point at tweets and say, hey, please make a look at this roof. Fly up, but be careful.
If you say so.
No, you should tell him to fly.
Yeah, I can fly. I can
burn.
Make investigation from sky, please. Tweets.
So should I do it then? What?
So
If you want to, I can force you.
So tweets, you don't have to. He wants you to fly up here and see if there's any sort of evidence of an attack from up there.
All right, I can do that.
Okay.
If you say so, little Kenku friends. I don't see what the point is, though. Everything here is obviously fine.
Okay.
So should I roll for perception or investigation again? Or something, or?
Not investigation this time. You're gonna roll for perception.
All right.
That's better. Please. Roll good.
Woo!
Tweets.
Good roll.
That's a very good roll. Tweets. Nestled inside of a loose brick on top of a chimney on top of this building here, there is a freshly cut black rose.
Oh.
It
All right,
is
so
right.
I was walking around on top, and he's like, "There's nothing up here, just like as." Oh, wait a minute. So he grabs the rose and like comes back down to the group. Yeah, so I found this up here, and then presents it to the group.
Oh no!
Kenku knew.
Sir Nikos grabs it before you can hand it to anyone else, and he grabs it and he rips the rose up. No! He says, and he throws the remnants of the rose and the petals upon the ground.
Can I make a sleight of hand and steal the code? The elven code?
Steal the what?
The code. Can I steal the code?
I mean, he is looking right at you guys, so
Sleight of hand.
Oh, you want to steal her her cloak of elven kind?
Yes. While everyone is distracted by the rose thing.
I mean, we are looking. If he's standing by the body, I don't think we'll be that distracted.
You are not alone here. There are guards and other people kind of shuffled around the area. I mean, I don't know if you could do the cloak. That might be really difficult. So you can try, but it would be very difficult.
Maybe I'm just obviously look at it like investigation, like I pretend to investigate. And
So you are going to try and pilfer the cloak of Elvenkind?
yes,
Oh, okay.
I could get us into trouble, but I need to do it. My Kenku instincts tell me.
And you do have a point of inspiration as well.
15, and yeah, right.
That is not enough to do it.
I
So
have a point of inspiration, but it says I don't
You
know
can
if I
use
can
it
use
to-
it there.
You can use it to add
Gain
an
advantage. Okay.
Yeah.
Is it a D20 roll? Is it a D20
Yep.
roll?
So basically, just hit sleight of hand again. I'll take that. Ooh, interesting. I like that card.
Okay. Let me roll the die again. So
Yep, just hit sleight of hand again.
advantage. Sorry. I need to put advantage. That wasn't. Sorry.
Okay.
Oh my God! It got worse.
So Fleeks, it's
What the
not
heck?
working. You're investigating, quote unquote, the body, but you do not find an opportunity to successfully lift this at all.
Okay, I accept this. But I am at least I took a closer look at this elf-kindish thing.
Sir Nico goes over to Ayul. Can you fly up? Can you see anything? Was there anyone up there?
Didn't see anyone up there, but if you're asking me to fly up again, I suppose I could.
Please, you're the only one that can.
Alright, you mean back onto the roof, or do you just want me to
Just
scan the area from the
See
sky?
if there's anything. Is there any other Kenku? Is there anyone around? He seems desperate.
Alright, just
Very
calm
desperate.
down. Alright, so then...
While Ayul flies up, Azam turns to the guard. What is the meaning of this rose? What does the symbolism mean?
This rose symbolizes that we are not yet clear of the filth that is the Order of the Black Rose.
Are you saying they will kill again?
That's what they do. And Ingaret, and he kicks her foot, has gotten herself mixed up in this. Why, Ingaret? Why?
Should I roll perception again?
No need.
Okay.
Unless there's something specific.
You want to check?
Well, he asked me to fly up to see if there's anybody else, so I was just wondering if I could
Oh, yes. Please roll perception.
Alrighty.
There's a lot of this town. There's a lot of alleyways and whatnot. You don't see anything. Not that you thought you would, but it is clearly devoid of any obvious assassins. Basically.
Alright, so landing and with total sarcasm in his voice, I was going to be like, oh yes, there's an entire circus moving through the town.
Oh, they might
Yeah,
be practicing for the festival next week. I don't care.
Yeah. It's hard to spot assassins. I can tell. Bird can tell.
Let me see. Who else was investigating? Who else had a good investigation roll?
I think that was it. Yeah, no one had a really.
You know what? The person with the next closest investigation roll was Artonis. So Artonis.
Yeah.
As all this is happening, you notice a slip of paper sticking out of her boot. When he kicked her boot, you notice a slip of paper sticking out of it. You bend down to grab the slip of paper, and inside of it is a single scribbled letters. C.K. And it says scroll and bottle. C.K, and then underneath it, scroll and bottle. Or correction, the scroll and the bottle.
Well, I guess I'm showing that to the captain.
Yeah.
What's his face?
See, I don't know what this is. What is this? Like, the scroll in the bottle. That's just some seedy bar in town. Why are you showing me this?
It came out of her body. You good detective.
Oh. Huh.
Maybe it was a meeting place?
Why would she? Possibly. Why would she be going to the scroll in the bottle?
Meeting a contact, maybe, to whatever she was involved in.
Would you be able to locate Duran again? Maybe he knows a bit more.
What? Oh, I haven't seen it. Sorry, so I can't comment it.
Maybe he's at the scroll in the bottle. That is on the northern part of town.
Isn't it standard procedure to investigate things like this? Why don't you, like, send a group of guards over there? Maybe with us to accompany, and we'll investigate, huh?
That is a good idea, but I need to take... No one else knows about this yet, and if we let Duran get away, we need to move fast. We need to move fast on this.
Would you like us to take a look at the bar?
You six.
I'd
I promise that I will talk to the Queen. I will tell her what's happened here. There is no doubt in my mind that there's some nefarious plot going on, and that Ingrid was a part of it. You have somehow been wrapped up in it, and for what it's worth, we will get to the bottom of this, but I need to report back to the Queen. Perhaps whatever fiend did this to Ingrid is back at the scroll in the bottle now. It's the only lead that we have.
Eclipse, a technical question.
Yes.
Can I search the area for beggars?
Yes, that's intriguing.
I would do this.
He's picking up
if
on
I
his
can.
Skyrim shit. He's like, I'm gonna give a beggar a gold coin and see what information they get.
And show them
That's
maybe the
exactly
other
what
thing I
he's
have.
doing. That's exactly what he's doing.
And my status of privilege using sometimes.
Yep. All right. So you all should see that note found in Ingrid's boot. I wrote it down for you.
Yeah.
Excellent. CK, the scroll in the bottle.
Calvin Klein.
Wow.
What does Calvin Klein to do with this?
Okay. Yes, there are a number of beggars around. You. How do you wish to?
I want to approach one, show them the silver feather, you know about it,
Yeah.
and throw them five gold coins, and ask them, did you have information, Black Rose? Did you see things? I know you have watchful eyes.
I want you to do a persuasion check. And do it with an advantage.
Yeah, I did this exactly by accident, but yeah. I did
Oh
it.
wow. That's okay.
And I removed 5 gold coins from my inventory.
5 golds? Damn.
I know. It's like you don't have to grease their palm that much, but okay.
I'm
Slipping away. Yes, agree.
This particular beggar. I don't know anything about the Black Rose, just that they're not supposed to be crossed. But
I give him 4 more coins.
Oh my god, please, you don't have to do it,
But
jeez.
now I don't think I want to until I get those coins in my hand.
I give him 4 more, but I'm getting visibly angry, and show him the silver feather again to check if he knows my position of privilege.
What are you showing him?
silver feather of I told you and
Yeah.
I mean, he's just a beggar. He's not a thief. I mean, he doesn't know. But, geez, it's a lot of gold.
I didn't. I don't know about that Black Rose, but I did see what happened to that lady over there.
yes, I will not tell anyone. I will keep the. I will not tell. I will not tell anything about you. Don't worry, you're under my protection.
No one knows me. They have no idea who I am, but that little fella that looked just like you, right on top of that building over there.
I'm clenching my fists like, and get super angry like, Kenku's, Kenku, assassin, I knew it. Then I come down. Oh, sorry, not mean to scare. Just.
Well,
Thank you.
He hopped off that building, and right behind the building, he hopped off, and he stayed back there for a few seconds before he started heading up north side.
Okay, north side. So thank you. This is all information I need. And I toss him another coin because.
Woohoo!
And tell people. Make sure telling people about generosity. Your beggar friend. You know what I mean?
Kenku generosity. Yeah.
And then an hour later, we have a swarm of beggars like, you're
Yeah.
so generous, give us gold.
Like, you made that guy go from squalor to middle class. I hope you know that. Like, that's a lot of gold. There's other coins, Flakes. There's like copper, silver. You just gave that guy.
Oh, he doesn't care. He's greedy.
It's okay.
This guy is making Kenku infamous around Zamora now.
Flakes is a good investigator, but he is not an accounting broker at all.
I want him to say I have a certain agenda, and
The balance of powers has shifted.
I kind of want him to know that I'm fond of beggars, and the underworld. And
So, you've done good. You got great information from that beggar,
and I tell the others, but not that I got it from beggars.
So that is.
I know.
Yeah. Uh-oh. That was amazing. Oh no. Flix, are you still there?
Yes.
Okay, there you go. And we have tweets.
Hello.
Well, all right, so we do have everyone. And Zerum.
Hello.
Yay! Yay! Okay, we do have everyone. Okay.
Is Tay here yet, or?
No, I haven't talked to him, but I assume he's probably just feeling a bit anxious and just needed to take a step away, and that's okay. I'm cool with that. All right. And again, Sir Nikos, he comes up to you, Sir Nikos-san. Please, you must do this. There's no time to spare. If you can find anything for us, please bring it back. Please bring it back to me over at the castle. I promise I'll tell the Queen of your good deeds.
I would suggest, because of information, we are going north there because I know. I heard it's going north, and this would fit very well to this store or whatever it is.
Okay. By all means, make whatever haste that you can, sir.
Yes, yeah, we go investigate more. Kenku detective. Crime solving.
Okay.
Kenku. Me Kenku Holmes.
Did you say me, Kenku Holmes? I like that.
No, that wasn't in character. That was just.
Oh, okay. It's okay. We already have John Smith.
Yeah.
I had to step away for just a second.
Nope.
We are going to the potion shop. I assume to this what was in the letter. I assume. Calvin Klein.
It is a tavern, as a matter of fact.
Okay, then we are
You'll
going
just
there.
like pick up Fleeks and carry him there.
Kinda, but you kind of want everyone to be together.
Yeah.
Yep,
I carry Ayul there because Ayul little.
We'd still be traveling together, but can I just like lift Fleeks or up onto my arms?
You know
or my
what?
shoulders?
Yes, Yes, if
It
you
is
want,
tavern.
if you want to fly up with Fleeks and give your Kenku pal the beauty of the flight that he will never have.
Okay, yeah, that's good because the tavern. I assume it has quite some thieves' cant and stuff.
That does sound fun and all, but I think you're misunderstanding. I don't want to fly there. I just want to lift Fleeks onto my shoulders as we're walking and be like, I am carrying you now.
Yeah,
Okay.
because it's a tavern. I know you, but we're not
Understood.
drinking.
So
at
everyone
tavern.
is- so
We're
everyone
not
is
going
going-
to drink.
So we have everyone going that direction then?
Yes.
Yeah.
Going to tavern.
All right. I am so sad you're not flying. Actually, that would have been fun.
Is there anything
Alright.
that we should talk about before we get over to the bar area as a group?
What's that?
The Kenku,
We
kind
can
of.
try to form a plan.
Yeah, so what do you suppose we do when we arrive?
I have contact. You know, I see the shadows.
Oh.
I can do things.
If we see the half-us boy, let's see if we can approach him.
And
Yeah.
I
I gave him a
need
few
bomb.
gold. Perhaps he would be willing to impart us some information.
I don't know about the rest of you, but I think it would be wise not to spook him, so perhaps we should act natural. I, for one, am going to order a drink and mingle with the locals for a little.
I might have
Plan.
an idea. Out of game, real quick clips. Would with everything that's happened, would I have been able to get in a short rest?
Yeah.
Because I'm hoping to get. I still have a spell slot I can use, but if there was, all right. Because if there is a way for,
We'll be able to do this as a short rest. So we're basically still in that night. So this is still that evening. You probably still are hungry.
do spells have to? Do I have to wait for a long rest to get spells back, or a short rest?
A long rest is where you get like most everything back. Sometimes in a short rest you can get 1 or 2 spells back or something like that. But like to get all your spells back, that's a long rest.
Yeah, a
'Cause-
long rest is where you get those spell slot items. So you use the correction. You use the
Disguise self.
yeah, disguise self. Already use sleep. So those two you wouldn't be able to get back.
Okay, so I'll.
Question. Does rest take time away? Because I think that's a time-intense quest.
What?
Rest would take time away. So a short rest is only about 10 minutes.
What I was saying, Fleeks, was like when Aspen was away, that's when. Because I was also like pretending to be passed out, or I was at the temple. That's the time that I was suggesting. So.
Okay, you were already resting. Ah.
Yeah, but that's why I was asking Eclipse if I did get one in, and I don't remember if a short rest actually replenishes spells. I think it's just a few hit die.
It does give some hit die and some things back, like for the monk, it would give ki back.
Mm-hmm. No spells though.
Like that. Yep.
Okay, so
So right now, each of you is just down 1 spell slot.
okay.
Okay.
So turning to Zarum, well, we could convince him that we might be interested in hiring him, but then turn the tables when we have the advantage, or we know he can't escape.
Probably this guy may know us because we are involved.
Didn't we see him though? He tried
I
to.
didn't see him, but Kenku knows it's Kenku and probably well informed.
Well, no, I thought we were getting there for Duran.
I think whoever did this is in tavern. I got this information from Beggar.
I thought we were.
I mean, I got this information from someone.
But weren't we going there to get Duran, since we know that him and Ingrid were talking with each other? I mean, Duran might know who shot her.
Okay, out of
Kenku is just
character.
boasting a side goal.
Out of character is that the assassin was a Kenku, and that he ran towards the pub. That's the information
So,
got and told you.
there's some not conflicting information, but there is pointing of information. There is something to do with Duran, and there is something to do with the assassin, the person who said that it looked like you.
Yeah.
It sounds like Aspen is interested in trying to find Duran because clearly Ingaret let him go for some reason. You can probably assume what that reason is. But it is also clear that it is in the northern part of the city where you were accosted before. And it is also clear that the assassin, whoever killed Ingaret, has some sort of connection to the Order of the Black Rose. That's pretty much the facts that you know right now.
Yeah, that is a Kenku and went north. Yeah, that was the information. Did I get the information right that he went north, or they?
Yes.
Whatever gender, we don't.
I did also say something else, but I'm not going to repeat it. I don't know if anyone else heard.
Oh. that they looked like me.
Well, it was the name of the tavern which was in the boot, which me and Zaram, and I think Aul thought it was the meeting place of where she must have met Duran, and that's why we were heading there.
That could be what it is. I will not confirm or deny until you get there.
Yeah, we're just suspecting, but
I only know that Yeek will definitely search for a Kenku in this tavern.
So we should get to the tavern then.
And he's super angry because obviously angry.
So we're all agreed to go to the tavern, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so we are going to the tavern, and Fleeks, what I said was he hopped off the back of the house.
Oh.
And was
But
there
then went
for
north.
I said he was there for a few seconds before he went north.
Oh. Yeah, I heard that, but I forgot about it.
It's okay.
But he went north. He went north was more prevalent.
No, it's okay. You just don't get what he left. All right. And we will say at this time, let me go ahead and grab him. All right. At this time, Teano says that he needs to return back to the temple. He wants to make sure that the Queen and that the Aviite and the Nodite know that this was not them. So he is going to go play deflection for the Aviite and the Nodite to make sure that everyone understands that you are trying to clean up this mess, not add to it. Aye, aye?
Yep.
Aye, aye. There he goes. Okay. Now. Bye, Tay. Bye, Tay. Now, with that said, you are walking up north. You are walking up towards the scroll and bottle, and it's beginning to get rather dark. You're not at complete darkness right now. However, it is going to be a little bit dark. Does anyone have night vision at all?
I think I have.
Cat.
I have dark vision.
You have dark vision. Okay, good. And the cat should. I think the dragon.
I have dark vision.
And the Kenku likes the dark because Rue.
It matches his soul.
I've been trying to say something forever, but every time like something else became present.
Oh, I'm sorry. What's that?
What is it?
When we were at the crime scene, I wanted to say I was gonna search for Duran, the person, that was the half elf, yes, or somebody else that was watching what was happening.
My apologies. Okay, and yes, Fleeks did grab that information. He did find someone who did see what happened.
I didn't necessarily mean like watch it, but I mean like actually like sometimes there's a scout or somebody who's
Make sure the job got done.
What happens afterwards?
Yeah, they send the stinger. They send the stinger to observe and double check. I want you to, in that case, go ahead and roll a perception.
Oh no. Oh no.
Zero. Yeah, there is definitely no stinger whatsoever.
Oh gosh. I thought I was up enough to see if Duran was around and like somehow watching what was going on or present.
Clearly there was no stinger. Duran was definitely not around. And there is definitely not about to be an ambush waiting for you while you're walking over to the scroll and bottle. All right. Definitely not. So, with that said, I need a marching order. This map right here.
Even if you, I run, go forward, definitely.
So it will take some time to walk there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The walking order, we were just positioning each
That's
person
okay.
like.
I stay in the back and kind of guard and watch from the back.
Sure.
Yeah, watch my back.
Your back just got hit twice. So
I mean, our troop doesn't know that there is an ambush, but
I love how the squishy is like, no.
Am I not carrying the Kenku anymore?
I'd like
You were carrying it.
I'd like to be like
I thought I was too, but
second to last.
the thing is,
Please.
that my Kenku already kind of sensed the danger beforehand, and that he's well aware that the assassins that they are maybe targets. So can I say like he's careful or something? I don't know. What the rule is.
I don't think so in this case, because you wanted to be on his shoulder last time, and I think it's okay. I mean, when things go down, you can hop off his shoulder, or you can just do your double attack of doom that you did last time.
Right. I forgot that I'm on the shoulders of
All right.
my companion.
So is this kind of how we're looking right here?
Yep.
Okay. So as you are zipping way through Samora, so we're going to show Samora itself again real quick. So you are heading to somewhere near this area up here. The scroll and the bottle is right up here. So you're zipping, and we're going to move it. Actually, we're going to move you right here. All right. So we're moving everyone up. Everyone in and out, making way up north, and we're going to use this same village street again, this little cul-de-sac. And as you are coming through, and just pretend that this area down south is just open passageway. As you're coming through, so everyone's passive wisdom, everyone's passive perception. Tweets, yours was 15, right?
yes.
Let me look mine up.
Mine's 13.
Mine's 11.
Is 12.
Oh wow. So you guys, as you're walking up, and now Fleeks, this is when you get to make your. As
what?
you're walking down this small.
Sorry, you cut out. What am I doing?
Sorry, let me join the chat again. Hold on.
Yeah.
Sound just fine.
Da 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 da. All right.
Welcome back.
As you all are walking down this particular passageway, you're almost at the Hold on.
Whoa.
Sorry.
You're almost at the scroll in the bottle. You seem to distinctly become aware that there is a lack of bodies. There are a lack of people in this street. It is as if they just kind of slowly started to dwindle away. And there's less and less people.
Yay.
I'm unsheathing my dagger.
On top of his head. All right, I like it. Unsheathing dagger. Shink! Ah, my feathers!
Please
There
don't
goes-
drop that on me.
So we are aware that there are fewer people around now.
You are aware that there are fewer people, yes.
Are there any people here that we can see, or
There
these
are
like
a
as
small few number of people. They just seem to be a few individuals talking. A beggar leaning against a door here. Someone at a market stall selling goods. Not many though. It's dwindling a lot more than you think it should be.
okay, then I will do nothing about that and just
Yeah.
be as calm and as peaceful as possible.
So the reason why it's good that you all made that and that you're aware is because you are all cautious. If you did not make it, then you would have a disadvantage on this next check. So, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a dragon by
Really
his
quick?
coat. What's that?
Could I have Ayul do one thing real quick?
I'll do one thing real quick.
So, because of the obvious lack of people, Ayul to the rest of the group is gonna be like, would anyone like me to take flight and see where all the crowds have gone?
Take a look around. Yes.
Yeah, and I'm going from. Bird is departing from shoulder.
Okay, so Yeek has hopped off of me then.
Yeah,
Hop,
that makes sense, right?
hop, hop. No, that
So-
makes perfect sense. That makes perfect sense.
So should I roll for perception then?
No, because as you start to fly up, there is a whizzing sound as you hear.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
Oh, mama! That was not a natural 20. You're okay. And it's not and this isn't a spear. I was just using the spear attack. Ayul, as you take flight, you're 10 feet into the air, ready to start going forward into the sky, and a crossbow bolt pierces right through your wing, and you take 4 damage.
Ouch.
And you hear, and all of a sudden, people start to scream. The remaining people that are here start to scream, "Ah!" And there is a man that is now hiding behind that market stall right over there. And to your left, you hear a commotion as four ruffians emerge from this stall.
Oh boy.
Initiative.
Initiative.
Yay.
Mark your character and click the initiative button. Oh no.
Cool. Cool. Take it.
Oh, they are all. Oh, you have to type it menu, or you don't? You don't?
Oh, crap!
Wait,
I forgot to clear it. I forgot to clear the last one.
Again?
Oh, fine. Everyone, do your damn initiative again.
Yay.
Remember the
Yeah,
click your
mark the
tokens
char-
before you roll
Yeah, click your
initiative.
token.
Oh, it looks like.
Oh no, my initiative's worse.
Wow.
This is way better.
I guess I was having my finger in my nose.
That's hardcore, man. Ouch. I'm sorry. All right. I'm very sorry. Holy smokes. Who do I not have? Did I have?
Aspen is missing.
Yeah, I had a 15.
Who's 15?
Aspen has a 15. All right. Aspen at turn. You had 15.
And,
Is there Do I not have tweet? Do I not have Ayul in there?
I rolled a 21, so.
Yeah, I saw you roll a 21. Okay, so let me go ahead and do that. All right, so you are definitely going to go first, Ayul.
I guess I'm taking that now.
I am so sorry, Artie.
Alright, so.
Damn. We'll get you,
You
man.
can
We'll
react
get
to
you.
your damage.
So since you clearly specified I was shot in the wing, am I gonna take any like penalties to my flight because of that?
No,
or-
you're not. No, you're not. That was just flavor text.
All right, so Ayul is not gonna be happy. He's gonna be like, "Ah, suka, motherfucker," and like very upset that he just got shot.
Clearly.
So can I see the man over here behind the stall who shot me?
Yes, you can. And when you look behind you, you see 4 people emerging from this marketplace. Every other person has either bolted into the buildings, they've grabbed their child and run away, or something like that. The marketplace is clearing, and you can hear them claiming, "Get the meddlers!"
All right. So, since the ranged attack dude is probably the biggest threat at the moment, I'm going to draw my bow and fire upon him from the sky.
Okay.
So let me open my thingy. I can hear myself echoing.
Echo, echo, echo.
Ah.
All right. So what are we seeing here? 14 off of. Oh, interesting. So that 14 just barely. It doesn't seem to do any damage, but you see your arrow just kind of embed itself right into this chain. Right into this chained armor that this archer has, and you just barely missed him. Just so you know.
Okay.
So you didn't do damage, but you know a slightly better aimed shot, and you will get this guy. You can still have a movement and a bonus action.
A movement and a bonus action?
So a bonus action, if you had a bonus action, which I don't think you have anything to do for a bonus action, but you do have a movement as well, if you wish.
All right. For the record, though, what counts as like a bonus action?
Bonus action is anything that, if you have an ability that says the phrase bonus action, that would work. Otherwise, you also have a free action like drink a potion, drop a weapon, grab a new weapon.
Those
So
are
on and so
usually
forth.
bonus actions.
Yeah.
Alright.
Mimicry wouldn't be a bonus action, right?
No.
Okay. Just wanted to know.
Usually it's abilities that will say it's a bonus
Yep.
action and stuff like that for your class or whatever else.
All right. Well,
Okay.
then for my movement, hang on one second. Okay. That's fine. For my movement, then I'm just gonna move over here to sort of hopefully draw the archer's fire away from the rest of the group so that they can deal with the dudes on the ground.
Okay, gotcha.
You want like my step.
Yick stab.
Yeek runs towards this guy. It's exactly my walking speed that I can stand in front of him, and then steps with the rapier, like super angry, like "You hurt Ayul!"
Oh, I like it.
I definitely, he's furious. They are furious, and right, like, no, that's not cool. That was a. I hate assassins, and I hate
assassins.
so, because they are. And yeah, I take my rapier and target towards his
Okay,
face.
got it.
And now I need to use the rapier. So
wait.
normal is activated, okay?
Yep, go ahead and hit that. Oh, yummy.
Well done.
Yeah, you get, wait a minute. Okay, no, you rolled a 17. Okay, you got a great hit on this guy. And you pierce through his side with your rapier, and he yowls at you and tries to kick at your little Kenku body, but you're just too fast for him as you do some major damage. Well done, good hit. Aspen, Your Cody friends have taken some good actions.
I'm trying to remember if Bardic Inspiration is an action or bonus.
That one, let me double check.
Let me pull out my book that's right back here next to me.
Let me get the mug. Alright, Bardic Inspiration is a bonus action.
Alright. So, what I'd like to do is... I would like to move... Let's see here. I'd like to move up here. Oops, wrong button. And I'm going to cast Bardic Inspiration on Aul.
Alright. Ayul, basically, you have a bonus D6. So the next time you roll a D20 to attack, to defend, to make a saving throw, you can use that D6 to add to your roll.
So it's only for ability checks, attack rolls, saving throws.
Yep.
You can wait.
That would I have to like roll manually then?
Here.
You just roll manually.
Okay.
But you get to decide when to use it so long. So if you roll, you can say, I'll add the d6, but you have to call it before Eclipse decides if it succeeds or fails. So
Right.
here's the description for it.
And that is your movement and bonus action. How about an attack or an actual action?
Bard is on the stage.
I'm gonna do a cantrip. So I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery at how do I make the ripple effect for which person I want to attack?
Just hold down the button, just like that.
All right, so I want to attack that guy with Vicious Mockery.
Oh,
A psychic 1d4 spell. They're
Advantage on next attack.
Yep. I think they must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or take 1d4 psychic damage. Have this. Okay, you.
All right.
So. 1
Oh God.
d4.
Roll a 3. All right. So I will mark.
I don't get any bonuses to the roll, right?
What's that?
I'm trying to check because it's a 1d4. Is it plus anything?
I think it's just D4.
Okay.
For bonus inspiration?
No, for casting Vicious Mockery.
So he's pointing at this guy. Ha ha.
You chose that to wear into battle? Or I guess you chose that to wear into battle? Can't believe what your wife would say.
Alright. And a 3 damage to him. Wow.
It was very personal to him, I guess.
It was. So he clambers up on this stage. He's coming at you. Can't make fun of me that way.
My wife chose this outfit.
That's right. The order's gonna make sure you pay. And he attacks. Disadvantage.
Yep.
Ouch.
And it doesn't matter. He got 6 and a 7, and he's
Come on, hit me.
moving.
Come on, hit me. Hit me. Hit me.
Mean cat. All right.
It's fitting the bards on the stage.
This guy is actually going to do something fun, and I want to see if I can do that. He is going to try and punt the Kenku. We're going to play kick the Kenku. So if this works, so I'm just going to use I'm going to do a, let me see, what's his strength? His strength is a +1. Okay, we're going to play kick the Kenku. 20 +1, and no, we are not. So he kicks at you and he completely misses, and he scuttles away. You have an opportunity to attack him as he scuttles away.
Oh, cool. Then I will, of course, do that.
All right.
Because why should I miss it? With my rapier again, right? If I
Yep.
want to. No, he kicked me. I should peck him. Actually,
You
just for
can
fun.
you can peck at him while he's kicking. Yes.
But I want. I do it just for flavor. Okay.
Just for flavor.
I will peck this guy.
Stick a dagger in your
No!
teeth. Peck him with that.
Ah.
That was totally useless, or was it?
Whoops.
Well,
Yeah.
you're. I'm gonna say you didn't. You weren't able to get him. Like you're, just getting into your feral little Corvid. Ah! And
I'm so angry on this guy.
yeah, he backs away and skitters away. However, this man No, you keep yourself right there.
Okay.
This man starts moving through, and Zerum, he's about to pass you. Do you wish to intercept him? He is moving towards the Kenku. Zerum?
What?
Oh, no worries. So this ruffian is moving and running past you, looking like he wants to attack the Kenku.
I'm in human form, so I have to make an unarmed strike, which is not something I normally be able to do. So I can do a reaction to try to.
Well, do you want to intercept him first?
Yes, I want to do something. I'm trying to figure out how, though.
Would shifting into dragon form...
Let's say that you would have had a weapon to use in human form. That is okay.
No, I wouldn't be proficient for that anyway.
Would shifting be considered a bonus action?
No,
'Cause-
it's an action.
No.
Okay.
It's an action.
So as a reaction, what I could probably do, could I try to trip him? Like,
Sure.
what would
So
that be?
that'll be we're going to consider that kind of like a grapple. So strength versus strength.
Okay.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Okay. So he does not get tripped, but he turns around and he spins with his right hand. He tries to club you right in the face. So he's not going to attack the little Kenku anymore. He's going to club you.
Serum.
And does a 13 get you?
Because I don't have. Yeah, that would get me.
Okay.
Because
so
I don't have my natural armor.
Right. So that 13 will club you for 4 damage. And that is going to be bludgeoning. So he spins around and wails at you. Ah, come on, they're not that tough. All right. This guy. This guy runs over to the dragon, and he tries to take a swing at the dragonborn. All right. Oh no! Will a 21 hit you?
Where's my character sheet? Yeah. am I even looking?
Yeah, so that's 6, and we're actually going to say this guy was not here because I actually had this planned for 6 people, not 5, sorry.
Okay.
So you take 6 damage as this sword jabs right into you.
I'm pretty much dead.
Zerum, you're up.
Alright, and for my action, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna shift into dragon form and be like, roar! Get that.
All right, your action is to dragon out, and let's actually see if they can. Let's do something real fun here.
I understood that reference.
Whoa, he's good.
I don't know what that is.
And he is not. This guy that was attacking the Dragonborn, he steps back when you make when you shift over to your draconic form. He takes a step back. Artie, if you wanted to take a free action on him, you could.
Why the hell not?
There you go.
So what would be my free action?
So your free action could be an attack of any sort. So you can make a basic attack on him. So not a cantrip or anything or a spell.
Basically, attacks of opportunity.
Yeah, you can do a basic physical attack on him.
Does
And
my breath weapon count?
No, that's not a basic attack.
Then I guess I'll have to use my dagger.
There you go, dagger him.
And for visuals, usually as they're turning around to move away or backing up is usually mechanically when this takes place, but we always see kind of where they are going to be moving to after.
Yeah.
I didn't know why I thought to bring that up, because in my campaign, they technically were going to grapple him, and so I had to move him back to where he was right next to them.
Yeah.
So I learned a lesson that day.
Say that and then do it. Okay.
Well, I daggered him.
But you tried to dagger him, but he ducked. He just kind of jumped away, just kind of looking scared now at this dragonborn and a young dragon just staring him down. Now, however, it is your turn and you can take an action.
Well,
Yeah, which is the
Frost
brat.
is ass. I want to raise it. Ray of Frost his ass.
Oh, nice.
All right. Where are you? There.
Oh, mama.
Happy birthday!
I don't like this present. He gets slammed for 7 cold damage. He's trembling. His hand is barely gripping that sword that he stabbed you with, and he is in some serious pain right now as he yowls out. Wow. You can also move right now. If you wish.
I'm a little bit exposed, aren't I?
A little.
I'll just move back here a little bit.
Okay. At the top of the round, Ayul, you are witnessing this as you're flapping above. You've got good eyes on everyone.
All right. Trying to think of who would be like the biggest threat at the moment.
You.
I shoot myself.
Please don't. I mean, you might just do it naturally, so.
Everyone was talking at once. What?
Yeah, you're going for this guy. Got it.
What?
You're attacking the archer, right?
I hadn't specified that. No.
Oh,
Everyone
I'm
was
sorry. I
talking,
thought
so
that was you. I thought that was you pointing this out.
No, that was me. I was just pointing him out. Like, look at this asshole.
I think I am gonna do that because if I don't, since I'm in the air, he could get me easily, and I don't want that.
Okay.
And no one else is going to be able to do anything with you because they're all melee weapons.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna move over here and then shoot this dude.
All right, got it.
And you do have Bardic Inspiration.
I was just gonna say I'm actually gonna use the Bardic Inspiration too.
So you can choose to use it after your roll, before I tell you if it hits or misses.
All right.
So if you roll like a really low and you know that it's not going to, even if you roll a full 6, it's not going to help, you can say, oh, I'll save it for later.
I just said, and I will roll first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bardic Inspiration's pretty nice.
Okay, I definitely do want to use that, actually.
I don't think you can use it for damage, can you? Let me check.
Not for damage. Not for damage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
However, that 11 damage with the longbow, this guy, you place an arrow squarely into his heart, and he collapses back. and just slumps against this
Ayo!
wall and dies. He is toast.
Oh.
And all of his buddies can hear that scream and go, uh-oh.
Oh, damn it. That's sad. I had a plan. I wish he wouldn't have screamed.
All right, Yeek. Your new plan.
Okay. It's a technical question. Do they know that he just died?
They heard him, his death cry.
Oh, damn it! Damn it! Damn it! I had such a good plan. But yeah, okay. Well, I wanted to do mimicry and shout behind you. You know, I wanted to do something like that, triggery.
Okay.
I will stealth move. I will just make a sneak attack on this guy here.
Okay, so you have to roll to hide first.
Okay.
So basically, you're gonna dive through the marketplace here and try to get to him. That's good.
Yeah, I will. I have to stealth, right?
Yep. So, yeah, hide.
Okay, I think.
Oh, mother of pearl. So his passive wisdom, his passive perception will not make that.
Okay.
So you get a stealth attack on this guy.
What do I have to do for stealth attack? I never did it before.
So you're gonna make a regular. So you're just gonna make a regular attack. All right.
Can I use the rapier for it?
Yeah, you use something with finesse. Your
Rapier
does
is.
have a finesse, so that's okay.
Okay,
But
okay.
basically, you're going to have an advantage on this guy.
Okay, okay.
So what that means is you're going to attack with advantage. If
Okay.
it works, you get an extra d6 of damage.
Oh, nice. So yeah.
Oh my god.
Fleeks, as I was a rogue for a long time, and this is your first sneak attack, I'm so proud of you right now.
This is his first sneak attack. I'm so proud.
As a past rogue, I am very proud of you. You have passed, Fleeks.
I want you to roll a d6.
I will roll a d6. Oh my god.
I don't think the sneak attack doubles, does it? The sneak attack doesn't double. It's
The
just a
dice
number.
do double. Yes,
Yeah,
all these-
whatever damage is rolled is doubled.
Holy fuck.
Okay.
So-
I want to point out, Fleeks just did 21 damage to this guy,
Yep.
and his total health is 11.
So, Eclipse,
Yes.
I think it's only fair to ask Fleeks how does he want to do this.
Oh yeah, I want Fleeks.
Yeek is skillfully approaching this man from behind, making absolutely no noise, no whatsoever. Not even his companions can see them. And then he just steps him from below through the armor, whatever this guy has, through the heart. And it pokes out through the front again, like, and he doesn't even have the chance to scream.
It's the scream. Holy smokes.
Not even the chance. He doesn't even notice that he's dead. Like
Dead.
it's like instant kill.
That was a very good. Plan of attack. Well done. You have lived up to your name, Aspen.
Yes.
You just saw some. You think you inspired a different person?
Yeah. It was actually like my Jack character from a different campaign. Somewhere he's looking off in the distance going, he is ready. It's funny, Jack has like a German-esque accent too, so that's pretty hilarious. But
I want you to appreciate my roll again, like 25 natural, 6 natural. Oh my god.
That was amazing.
sneak attack!
That was like a super sneak attack. I could not have asked for better.
Yeah.
And it's your first sneak attack. I'm so proud of you, Fleeks.
Actually, wait. 14 plus 12. So you did 27 damage in one hit.
Yeah.
Which was plus 26.
What's that? +1 for his strength.
Gotcha.
That is ridiculous.
I think that attack worked.
I think it worked. Okay.
16.
But yeah, for crits, all dice damage.
Yeah.
Double.
Yeah. So, how are we looking right now, Aspen?
Let me quickly check. How should I measure? Should it be by the outside of my circle or the center of my circle for... I need to see if that guy in the white shirt isn't within 15 feet of me.
He's not within 15 feet. You're good.
Well-
I say from the edge of the circle, but even then, it's... I mean, you can take a...
Within a square.
Yeah.
Within a square, would you say it would be within 15 feet?
Within 15 feet or so. Yeah.
Okay, so seeing the expert marksmanship of our Kinku dispatching these guys, and
let's not forget the expert marksmanship of the our Corcoran.
I was going to say that, yes. I'm pretty sure I don't need to cast Cure Wounds on anybody anytime soon. And since there are 2 people near me, give me 1 second. So I pull out my violin, and as the person in front of me kind of like, what is going on? I smash it onto I smash my bow onto the strings of the instrument, and a wave of thunderous force sweeps out of it as I cast Thunder Wave, which is 2d8 thunder damage. Here, let me see if I can send it into the chat.
Yeah, the speech bubble sends it to the chat.
Yeah.
Normally.
Look at that.
So they make a con save, but they'd still take damage. But it's 2d8. Let me get this over here.
I think if you have the spell, you should just be able to click it, right?
Yeah, I've been checking stats through D&D Beyond. That's how I've been updating, making sure I know how many spell slots that have already been used.
Oh my.
And
Okay. I'll take that and...
Oh.
darn.
He does make it. So that means that... Yeah, so that means... actually, both have to make it, right? Because you're... both...
Yes. So both have to make it. They take half damage on a successful save, but they are all knocked back 10 feet away from me.
Okay. So this guy does not make it. Let me grab him. This guy just is thrown back against this wall and crumples down as his body just shakes away. And this guy is thrown 10 feet this way. And actually, we'll put him right over here. He stumbles back into this wall, bleeding from his ears and his eyes looking to be in so much pain.
And this is also audible within 300 feet, so...
Yeah, everyone is like, what? Everyone's holding their ears. The dragon is holding his ear holes. What was that? And this guy... That was exciting.
Interesting.
This guy starts to bolt. Ah! He runs.
Uh-oh, I don't want to let this guy run, personally.
Okay.
I want to know who sent them. Is the one he put against the wall, is he dead?
Dead? Yeah, dead. Very dead down here.
If initiative turns are still in play, is it that guy's turn after me, or is anyone else?
Turn and Zerum is next.
Okay.
can't quite catch him.
How far can he even run after the attack?
Like 50 feet.
I think if he can move 50, I think he can catch up to him and do an attack. Because it'd be within 5 feet, which is within the.
I can only move 25 feet in a normal action.
Yeah.
Oh, but
for 25 feet for normal movement, and then I'd have to dash, and so I wouldn't be able to even get like. Well, actually, I can just.
you can catch up to him this turn, and the next turn you'd be able to.
I can actually get a reaction on him, so I'm gonna dash up to him, and so if he tries to get away again.
Yeah.
Could I just try to ray of frost him?
You can, yeah, because basically it's going to be Zeram's turn, and then you would have a turn.
I'm gonna dash up to him and be this like, you're not going anywhere.
Nice. And I think that ray of frost would work too.
There's a dragon literally charging down this thing, heaping over barrels and just going,
Yeah.
breathing down his neck.
Ray of frost that goes 60 feet, so you can step forward, Artie, and try and get him.
Sure, why not?
Go for it.
I just imagine if there's any assassins watching us, they just witnessed their like minions get straight up fucked.
Yeah.
Like
Ooh.
decimated.
So Artie, you were not able to get good angle on the guy, and Zeram, right past your shoulder blade, there's a zip of frost that splashes into a wall next to you, and just shards of ice shatter all around.
Does barely affects me because I'm resistant to cold.
Yep. All right, so it's going to be at the top, so that is going to be Ayu.
I
You
have
can
an
fly
idea, but I don't want to hit Zaram.
Oh, flying. I
You
guess.
do have a
You probably
D6.
got a good area to hit.
All right, because I was thinking I was gonna have you'll fly over to like here, above the building, and then try to shoot an arrow just into this dude's foot, not necessarily trying to kill him. But...
Okay, give it a shot.
All right.
You want to use your inspiration?
Yes, I do.
That is 12 piercing.
A D6. Add it to your roll. No.
Maybe I don't, because I don't want to kill the guy.
You can ask Eclipse if you want to do non-lethal damage.
Yeah, I will allow this. If it hits, I will not kill him, or you'll at least have some time to help him before he bleeds out.
All right.
If it hits, which I'm not confirming yet.
Yeah.
And the if I did use the inspiration thing, that would only help to like see if it will hit, right?
Yeah. So that 11.
Attack roll.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna.
A D6. Add it to your roll. No thanks. I've got a healing scroll.
In the chat room, just do a / type roll space D6.
I've just been using the little thing on the left side.
That's fine. All right, a 15 will hit, and you sever right into his Achilles heel, and he tumbles forward as the dragon just mantles over his fallen body, and he's shivering and bleeding out in obvious pain, but still slightly alive. But he will need medical attention before anything else.
I mean, he just got shot in the Achilles tendons. I think that's the most lethal spot you could have hit.
Pretty much. He's in some
Well, it just
serious
means
pain.
he's not gonna be able to walk.
Yeah.
He just can't walk, that's all. All right, we are out of initiative order. This man is about to bleed out. We got a dragon over him.
Yeah, let's drag him to the center of the...
Everyone, drag him back. Drag him back. Drag him back.
Yep.
So the dragon.
And now surrounded by beast man, like, touching him. Can I say to him that we won't kill him if he gives us the information we want?
I'm already dead. Just kill me already.
Who are you afraid of?
The same people you should be afraid of. You'll never escape them.
I don't want to talk to you. It goes away.
Ingaret fucked up her mission.
Oh, tell me more.
It's only right for you to die as well.
While he's being kind of vague with his information, could I like grab the arrow that I had fired into him and just like painfully pull it out and like use that to try and intimidate him?
You can, but I'm gonna have him do a constitution. I'm gonna have him do a constitution check, and if he fails, he's out.
Uh-oh.
All right,
Good
here
cop,
we go.
bad cop. You can threaten him at least, and not actually do
Okay.
He did not fail. Look at that. He is in serious pain, fading in and out. His lifeblood like pooling up at his feet, but he is conscious. Wow.
and then Yeek is holding to each shoulder. Hey, he just does his job. Okay, he will tell us. The good cop, bad cop thing, you know.
He'd better tell us.
Give him some medical attention so he doesn't bleed pass out on us as we're trying to get him information. And Zarm has his claws on his shoulder and he's looking down right now. There's a dragon barreling down over his face.
I'd like to
Not going anywhere.
I'd like to try something kind of funny for the intimidation to help out.
Okay.
I'm not intimidating. I'm nice. I'm the nice cop.
I'd like to I might have to do a performance with this, but I'd like to cast message on him, but I want to pretend that I'm someone else in his head. So, because I want
Okay.
I wanted to cast message and go, you will tell them everything you know, or you will never reach the afterlife. Make it, because he's kind of like dying soon. He might like.
I do want to point out that when you do a message, the person knows who sent the message.
Oh, fuck.
Double check me on that. Double check me on that.
I do think you're right. I do think I remember that being a part of
Yeah,
but
the person knows who sent it.
I will check it because I have my nice little player's handbook always next to me.
Yeah.
Message.
I have an idea.
I guess it doesn't say so.
No.
Nope. You point your finger toward a creature within range and whisper a message. The target and only the target hears the message and can reply in a whisper that only you can hear.
I could have sworn. Okay.
Okay.
In that case, that will work as an intimidation if you want to roll intimidation.
Sure. Because, I mean, nothing's more terrifying. These people are super. There's magic and stuff. This is believable if he's like, oh crap. Hopefully it works. No. Damn it.
Yeah, he's not buying that. Get out of my head. Just let me.
Damn.
Can Kenku lay the hand on its shoulder and say, "Hey, I'm sure you do not want more of pain from Pretty Bird." Bird can be
dragon or the dragon board that's got ice ready to go out of his hands at a moment's notice.
Tell me secrets, and I take care of not more hurt. Persuasion, you know. Can I do this? Can I do a persuasion?
You can definitely do this.
Oh.
And
advantage. Sorry, I had advantage. Sorry.
But like, it's still, you can still just use the first roll, which was an 18.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'm using the first roll.
that's okay. The first roll is the 18, and that's good. And he looks up to you, he looks at the dragon, he looks over at the mage ready to pounce, he's looking back up at the tabaxi, and he says, "Fine, you got it. That stupid guard, she came to the order. She asked us for a job, and we told her how to do it. We gave her what she needed, and if only... Ah!" And he screams in pain as you can see this sash that's around his waist gets tighter and tighter and tighter. And in this horrifying
Can I try to claw it and destroy it with my claws?
No damage is being done to this. This is magical.
Can I chop off his feet?
It wraps his bones in his spine and crushes him until he is now in two parts, bisected where the sash was.
Oh no.
Aspen pukes over the stage. Like, pukes over the side, like, oh god. He's not used to this.
John just kind of grimaces and looks.
I guess Mendon doesn't work with that.
Yeah, I guess he did.
And the Kenku is closing his eyes, like mournful of it.
For anyone with any passing knowledge of crime or even stories of the Black Rose, this is one of the many ways that they keep their own members safe from interrogation. If they get captured or anything like that, this is one of a few ways that they basically commit, not suicide, but it is not their decision how it works. Just so you know, another person has to make the call for this to happen.
That should have been known to Yeech beforehand, because Yeech know themselves for not thinking of it.
It would have. You did not know specifically that these guys were with the Black Rose, but now it's almost entirely obvious they were.
Yeah. For Yeek, side information for the flavor is Yeek wouldn't hurt somebody who surrendered, and is very upset about this, and goes away a bit, to be for themselves.
I like that you were willing to, to give up, to kind of sacrifice yourself in the beginning of this particular mission to Ingaret. You were willing to, take us. Yeah. My Kenku has a good heart. That's how I play. All of you do. And these guys had hearts, although now they're them aren't beating anymore. And this is where we shall close on this particular session, with the knowledge that as you creep closer to the scroll and the bottle, that someone is waiting for you there and try to stop you from your arrival.
Can I retrieve the arrows off of the dude that we killed over here?
You may.
Okay.
And actually, those arrows, those are black-tipped arrows with Kenku feather sheaths.
So did I just gain even more arrows then?
You would have gained an extra 10 arrows of Kenku feathers.
The guy who was shooting us wasn't using a crossbow, which takes bolts?
Oh, I'm sorry. The crossbow has the Kenku sheaths.
Yeah.
So you can keep the bolts and the crossbow if you wish, but you also get your arrows back.
I'll take it all
crossbow. Crossbow man.
Can I have that?
You know what? Since you've asked so nicely.
All right.
Does he hand it to me, or?
All right, no, okay. So I'm gonna get my stuff back, and I'll come over to the stage and be like, "Hey, tabaxi friend, here, you might find use for this crossbow." Not much use
long distance, so this might come in handy.
And yeah, Kenku of course searches the corpses or no. Sorry, that wouldn't fit in a moment because he's like depressed.
Right, he's
he-
depressed.
He went away depressed for himself, so he wouldn't do it. Actually. They
As
wouldn't
you
do
look
it.
around, you notice that all of these individuals have that red sash. All of them are wearing that red sash.
What an awful way to die.
It is an organization that you do not want to betray. That is part of the initiation for this is trust and the knowledge that it should never be betrayed, or else something like this will happen. It's more of a deterrent than anything, you know.
Right.
This could be useful at some point.
It could be. With that said, I am going to reveal something for you. For
Yeah.
Aspen,
What?
I want you to draw an inspiration card. For all of your work as John Smith earlier, and for that wonderful attack wave that you performed, this was wonderful. I think you needed an inspiration card for that.
All right.
You're being creative.
Yeah, I agree on that. It was
very
great.
creative.
It was great. It was so funny.
It really was. All right, so I'm gonna divvy out XP. You guys ready?
Wait. Okay.
We all good then?
Okay, yeah.
All right. So, for actually dealing with Ingaret at the mansion without killing a single guard, which is absolutely amazing, everyone is going to get 75 XP for that. For not killing Ingaret and for not killing any guards. That was amazing.
Give me a second. 75, you said?
75 XP for dealing with that, yes.
Okay, nice.
For dealing with these particular brutes in battle, you are going to get 50 XP.
Yay, level up!
Apiece.
Yay. Level 2. Level 2. Level
I
2.
have 320 XP in that case.
That's good.
Cunning
And
action.
everyone is about to get 20 more. So
Oh.
everyone is going to get 20 more XP. That is for the role-playing and sticking together. That is for the knowledge that everyone brought into managing Ingaret and trying to figure out her connection to the Black Rose. That is for sticking together as a team. That's an extra 20. So if I'm not mistaken, that should be 340 XP for everyone.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Except that
And-
one that had the 400 XP thing.
Yeah, that's right.
340.
means-
Yay, level!
Level 2!
How much points do we need for level 3? So I can put it in
900.
there.
900.
Okay.
And
340
level
of
1 was 300?
Level 1 was 3. To make level 2 is 300. To make level 3 is 900.
Nice. Cunning action!
Yes, so everyone should have an extra thing that they can do at level 2. Very exciting.
Where do I figure out the things I can do at level 2?
Oh, so let's
D20
do,
wiki.
Yeah, let me do.
Give me 1 minute, please.
No,
Please don't
so-
go away. 1 minute.
How much XP were we all supposed to have?
Say again?
How much? Okay, 340.
Yeah, everyone should have 340. How about? Let me see. I can help you. Characters. It's going to be relatively easy, except for Ranger. You actually do magic spells now.
Oh my.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be particularly relatively easy for me either because I'm a freaking dragon.
So I get to add.
We definitely do need to talk about what to do to grab improve all that for you.
If you want, go
It's
ahead
not a
and help
big
me out
issue
with my
right
thing.
now, but like it will be later.
Yeah. I'm sorry, what was that?
Go ahead and help me out with my like level up stuff like a little bit later. You don't have to. Do
Okay.
it now.
Understood. I'll make sure before the next session or at the beginning, I will make sure everyone's at level 2, and we will basically after the meeting at the scroll and the bottle, we'll be able to get your long rest and get all your spells back and all that other good stuff.
Okay. Cool.
Alrighty.
So I'm now at 19 HP.
Nice.
Oh, that's
Okay.
right. I do need to do. I need to roll for my health.
I have Song of Rest, Jack of all trades. I can apply half my proficiency bonus rounded down to any ability check that you make that doesn't already include your proficiency bonus.
So I just got 11 more HP.
There you go.
I'm back.
I'm not gonna roll yet. I'm just gonna wait until Eclipse helps me with it.
Yeah, it's not a problem. No, I will definitely help you out with it too.
Alrighty.
So, I'm back.
And I also just want to point out for everyone, next week we'll still have our game. However, on July the 2nd, 2 weeks from now, we will not have a game. We're gonna skip that out because we're gonna have a bunch of people off at AC doing cool furry stuff.
Right.
So we will
I wish I
skip
could
that.
join you guys and meet you in person. That'd be fun.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
Which...
I would actually do it if I had a car right now.
Yeah. Real quick, Eclipse, what type of crossbow did I receive, and how many bolts?
Oh yes. So you were going to get 10 bolts. So he had 12 of that.
Is it a hand crossbow or a light crossbow?
It's going to be a hand crossbow.
Okay.
I have another question. Was that 10 bolts that was on the guy?
That was 10 bolts that he had left. After
Okay,
shooting at you.
He shot
and-
me with one of them. Would it still be in my wing, or was
No,
it
it went
gone?
through. It went through.
I have a hole in my wing. That's fun.
You have a little hole in your wing.
We should probably deal with that next session.
Didn't shoot the tail off. Sorry.
Aw. It'll
Next
happen.
time. Next
Probably.
time. It'll happen. You know it.
I was also slightly wounded too. So.
Yeah, and the Dragonborn is a little bit worse for wear too.
But I also have a
Yeah,
bunch
I'm
more
pretty
HP
beat
now.
up.
Got a squishy mage. That's what you get for being a squishy mage.
Wow.
That's what I like to call them, squishy mages. They're squishy.
Well, if
I will
my
call you squishy, and you will
initiative...
be my squishy.
Nobody's squishy, I'm my own squishy.
Aww.
And I will end the stream.